Harris.
Oh, shoot.
blessed with a championship prosperity the likes of which we have never seen. Cursed by a past riddled with despair. This is Blursed.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first Blursed live event, the 2023 NFL Draft. Your boy Hayden Cummins joined with Bleezy Blake Dodd. What's up, buddy?
Isn't this technically our second live? Because we did the WWE,
We did.
which I know that
Twitch
was different, but
our first Twitch was WWE. Now we're doing our first
that's true.
YouTube
This is our
live.
first YouTube live
Because we have so many subscribers, up to 50.
Yeah, hey everybody. I'm excited. I'm excited to be chilling here with everyone. Pull up your draft, watch it with us. Let's set in. I'm excited to see. I don't know. What do you? We already saw what the first pick's going to be. What do you think? What do you think about that, Bryce Young?
Ooh, I mean, to be expected, right? I mean, a lot of people thought that's how it was going to go. I'm a little surprised just because of his size and concerns there. But
yeah,
would I make that decision? I don't think so. But it's the Panthers, so I'm kind of happy that that's how it's going.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be bad or good yet. Like, I do think the size is a worry, and I also think like when you're playing against teams like the Falcons who have linemen who are 6'8" and Calais Campbell, it might be kind of hard to see over that guy or throw the ball over the guy. So, it will be a challenge for him because whether you're comparing when you're comparing college to NFL, size is always like the biggest difference.
Yeah, and like he's not like the smallest quarterback we've seen. Obviously, Kyler's much smaller than Bryce Young too. It's just
Is he?
I think so. I mean, Kyler looks like the smallest quarterback I've ever seen.
So Kyler Murray is 5'10", 207.
I don't even know if I buy that.
And Bryce Young is apparently 5'10". I think he weighed like what, 185 at the combine, or maybe he weighed in at 200, but like everyone said it was water weight because he's typically around 185.
He's just got that Tua build to me. Like I think he's gonna get tossed around a little bit, and then I don't know if the Panthers have anything built out around them for it to actually help him out. I mean, they traded their best weapon to get him, it seems, so that was a choice.
Absolutely. Clem Jones commented, "It's the best day of the year" in the chat. Yeah, man. This is NFL Christmas. That's what everyone calls it. It's the Christmas day, man.
What's up, Clemmy? Yeah, who's the top tight end this year? Falcons in need. Ooh. Well, Darnell is going off the board actually pretty early from what I've seen, like third round.
It depends what you're going for. I feel like for us, Darnell makes way more sense because you have Jonnu, you have Kyle Pitts. They're both pretty good at receiving. Jonnu's kind of more of a balance between the two, but Darnell, man, he can block. And not only that, he also has shown he has soft hands, especially in the end zone.
He's a monster. I mean, if you guys saw the the combine drill of them like pushing the sled, like offensive linemen typically do.
Oh yeah.
Comparing him to the other tight ends, it is just absolutely ridiculous, the discrepancy between him and everybody else. I mean, he is substantially bigger than everybody else, but his athleticism is pretty ridiculous.
He definitely has the NFL size and strength. Like if you compare the two, he definitely is much bigger.
Oh, yeah.
And the power. I mean, he has raw power.
I'm trying to think of a good comp for Darnell. I mean,
yeah, he is a third tackle, and that's a great point, Clem Jones. Like when you're because when you put him out there, because if you're going like heavy sets, he is, instead of having to actually put another offensive line out there, you can put him out there, and he still can catch the ball.
I mean, honestly, he got a little bit overshadowed by Brock Bowers, which we kind of knew that was going to happen with that. UGA is Brock's turf, and he transferred into it. But it's such a different skill set, and I think on a different team, he would have shined even more than he did at UGA. But when he got the ball, it was pretty exciting. You don't know if he's going to run over somebody or jump over them or throw them into the ground.
He did have a hurdle, didn't he? Yeah.
I think he did it a couple times.
No, he did. Let me pull up a big board real quick. I have Pro Football Focus's rankings up. The first tight end on their ranking is Dalton Kincaid. He's more of a receiving tight end out of Utah. But I just don't feel like that's but you could go with Dalton Kincaid. I wouldn't want to go first round on him, but you could go that way instead of going a receiver and just run 3 tight ends all the time. Put one in the slot. Could be a. I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically what they're gonna do with Kyle Pitts some this year.
That's
So-
why, I mean, it'll be curious to see if the Falcons do take a tight end, in my opinion, because especially early mock drafts I was doing, that's something I was targeting, like middle rounds, because
Yeah.
you know we want somebody to offset Kyle, even though who's our
Johnny we have for
Other
2.
ti-
It could be
that's
2
right.
years.
yeah
And
John.
if we don't draft one, we could always bring back Mecole Pruitt, which
That's
he
right,
did a great job
Mecole.
to end the year last year. I really liked him.
Yeah, he had a somewhat competent
real
quarterback throwing to
unicorn.
him. So I don't want to hold that against
True.
Kyle too much right now. Aaron would say otherwise for sure.
Yeah, how do y'all feel, YouTube chat, about Kyle Pitts? I think he had a major disservice with the quarterback that started the year, and I think that he got hurt too soon for us to even know what it'd been like with Ritter. Because you saw London's numbers shoot up.
Oh yeah, immediately. They have a connection, and hopefully we build on that. Unless CJ Stroud falls to us at 8, which there's been speculation today that the Falcons might take him at 8.
So he just became the betting favorite to go second. So I don't know what changed in the last
What in the
couple
world?
hours, but he just became the betting favorite to go second probably 20 minutes ago.
Dang.
So whether it's Texas that takes him at 2 or someone who's trading up, it looks like he might go 2 overall. Which, I mean, to me, it makes the most sense. He is, I think he's the quarterback I would take first overall.
Yes, I agree. He just has the full package. It seems like I'm not concerned about whatever random NFL tests that they try to do on pen and paper. I'm not concerned with that at all, personally. But we'll see how it plays out. I guess I've been wrong on quarterback calls before, and I'll be wrong again. Just as a FYI to everybody that may be watching already, this is our first live stream. It's not going to be super refined. We may release it as an episode or something later. At the very least, we'll put it on YouTube. But yeah, like my dogs are out. Blake's chilling, having a snack. Like it's going to be pretty laid back.
Pretty cash.
Pop in the chat and, we'll respond. Or if you're in the Discord, hit us up with some questions or whatever, and we'll try to get to you.
Wait, hold on. We have also a question. Do we want to leak early or do we want to wait?
Yes, guys, all the picks come onto Twitter early. We're going to be reacting to the actual live draft on ESPN. So whichever one of our streams hits the picks first, we'll announce it on here. But we could take a peek at Twitter early, but I just think that kind of takes some of the fun out of it. And then we'll actually have some genuine reactions instead of us just being like, oh, yeah, that's what Twitter said 5 minutes ago. So if you have a problem with that, get the fuck out of here.
Or you could spoil it in the chat.
Oh, don't be
Just
that
kidding.
guy.
Don't be that guy. I just say that because Dov Kleeman, dude, that's so funny. He's like, I post in the Discord if you're not in there. This is the silliest thing. He tweeted, where is that? Is that higher now? Yeah, he tweeted, update. This is 23 minutes. I don't know when this was. This is a couple hours ago, I guess an hour ago. He said, update, the Panthers are selecting Bryce Young with the first overall pick and might trade back into the first round. And then the next tweet he does right after that says, to be clear, I won't be tipping picks early tonight, just like I've done the past 6 years.
So exactly what you said you weren't going to do, you did
Yeah,
immediately.
he tipped it.
Like five minutes afterwards. Okay, buddy.
What's your stream at right now?
I'm getting a slow zoom onto the quad as where's the draft at this year?
It's at Kansas City, man. I was just there last week. It was cool. I saw the stage. It's right downtown. It's a cool city. Kansas City's a cool city.
How about that? How about somebody throw some emojis in the chat if our stream is actually working well, because I can't actually look at it at the same time because it messes with my brain and makes it go fuzzy. So
It's
if
just me eating on there.
if it's actually working successfully, go ahead and throw a smiley face in there. Just give me a little feedback. Technologically, this is the greatest feat I've ever accomplished, actually getting us live on
No, this is
YouTube.
awesome, man.
So watch
What's
out.
up-
Ooh,
what's up,
Clem
Mom?
Jones with the kisses. Did we ever figure out the mystery of Clem Jones, or do we know who that is? Maybe we shouldn't say it in the internet sphere. We'll leave your privacy alone, Clem. But I love you and thank you for being here.
But I love you too. The old London Juke.
Yes.
Also,
Got him on the
guys, if
Discord
you're-
finally.
We also have the Hawks tonight too, so I will be keeping live updates on the Hawks game too as soon as that starts. So you'll get both.
Is Sam going?
I actually don't know. So
Soccer
if
seg
anyone knows
Sam.
he tried to get me to go tonight, but I had turned down for this live stream. So
He was bullying Blake into going to the Hawks game with him, and then he was bullying me because I was telling Blake that we had prior obligations. So
when
I was like,
you
Sam,
don't know me, Hayden.
good Lord. It is very hard to say no to Sam. He's very persistent, and
He's so persistent.
our time in Athens
And I love
together,
Sam.
we were roommates, and boy, he could get you to do damn near anything by just going at you for hours on end.
He's a good dude. Good man.
You got the Modern Family guys singing. Oh, Sammy is in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Did he not go to the game?
Guess not. Or no, he's live streaming from the game.
He's live here from the
Priorities.
game.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm there, man.
Like,
I'm standing up right now.
Yeah. How do you think that's gonna go? Are we gonna push it to game 7?
Oh, dude, I sure hope.
Might as well talk all sports while we're here. And
we made 19 threes this last game. Oh, there's Bill Patrick Mahomes, man. He runs that town.
Dang.
But yeah, we made 19 threes last game, so I really do think we're gonna have to do that again, if not more.
Heating up. That's pretty incredible shot, though. Like,
oh my god. Yeah. So, chat, was it a good or bad shot? I know how some of our friends feel. I just feel like here's my why I thought it was a good shot. He made a basketball move, got separation. He shoots 39% from the spot. Is it the highest percentage shot? No. But once he got open, I feel like you got to take your shot.
Clem wrote in the chat, Hayden, you going to follow Rodgers and be a Jets fan? No, I've actually denounced Aaron Rodgers a couple years ago with some troubling comments that I didn't really agree with from him. So we had a difference of opinion, and then so I've kind of renounced my fandom. Wish him the best, but he's a little bit out there for me.
How crazy is it? Like the route he's following is exactly Brett Favre's.
It's pretty
like
crazy.
to the T.
That'd be hilarious if he ended up on the Vikings.
After Kirk Cousins steps away. That would be pretty cool.
Yes, Kinsey from the other room. Aaron Rodgers eats clay. He does. It has healing properties, apparently.
I want to see his darkness retreat in New York. How that's going to work.
I don't think that's possible in New York.
All right. Did you see what he said about Zach?
Yeah, what the fuck did that mean?
So he said he's going to make my life hell in practice. I'm going to make his life heaven off the field. So I took it as people will stop dogging him for being bad because now Aaron Rodgers will be playing. But it just came across weird. Like, that's just a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it's not helping the rumors that surround Aaron Rodgers in his entire career anyways, of his sexuality and stuff. Not that I have an issue with any of that, but like that's always been like a rumor in the NFL too. But anyways, yeah, it's
maybe
it was an interesting choice of words. Maybe he's into him. All the moms
Zach's
that are A Rodgers' age are into Zach Wilson. So
you notice he cut his hair though. He got rid of the. It's all short now. I mean, he's ready to win, man. He's a JETS.
I have never seen an NFL quarterback look like he was in such a midlife crisis as Aaron Rodgers did with that hair and the beard. Like, dude, you're rich. You're at the top of your game. Like, come on, buddy. Act like you care a little bit. But I guess he wouldn't be in New York if he wasn't.
I thought he meant he'd teach them the tricks of the trade. He's a new man now. Y'all see that smile yesterday?
He had a little. He looked like he was happy for the first time in years. You know, maybe he was just tired of living in Wisconsin, which that could be the case.
Can you blame him?
No, I've never been there, but it doesn't seem like the best.
Cold, man.
It's like a historical team, right? So it's a good place to play in that regard that people really care, but you're also like pretty isolated from major cities. Chicago would be the closest one. Maybe
True.
Detroit. I don't know. Geography is not my
you
strong
got
suit.
Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, I guess that counts.
I don't know.
But still, you're not in Milwaukee still, right? You're outside of it.
True.
Also, another
all right, so we're on the clock,
question.
guys. We're on the clock. Depends on which trade you're talking about.
I got about 7 minutes, 50 seconds left till the first pick. That's where my stream is.
Mine's at 8 minutes. You're a little ahead of me, but I also have it up on the. Which that's fine. That's fine. We already know what the first pick is, anyways. I also have a little Pro Football Focus like mock draft on the side, so I can pick it as we go along, just so I can see who's left and. What else?
Looking around for my dogs.
Oh, question. to the chat. Chase Young is in his 5th year, going to his 5th year with the Washington Commanders. Would you pick swap with Washington for Chase Young? You'd probably throw in another pick, like a later one.
What pick is Washington at?
They are at, I think,
Like 16?
16. Yes, they are.
I saw that earlier on Twitter, and I was like, we should pull the trigger on that 100%.
Yeah, all day. Clem Jones says all day.
He's
Yeah.
like a top tier edge. Like that's a position that we're
He's
looking
had
to lock in.
the last 2 years.
Yes, but like I don't know. I feel like the upside is enough to where we're talking about dropping back. Anyways, I've talked about that for months as we've been talking about the draft.
Yeah.
Like we should definitely trade back, like rack up maybe an additional 2nd round pick. But yeah, I mean, we would be addressing the edge, depth issue that we have.
Yeah.
And potentially, grabbing your guy Bijan, who's been
here's the thing, though,
the subject of a lot of conversation.
Oh, dude, I mean, that'd be crazy if you got both an edge and Bijan in the 1st round. Because here's like the thing about Chase Young is he has a good year. You're more than like you would like to give him the extension. You know what I mean? Like you're probably willing to pay the extra money to keep him.
Are you seeing these notifications? Like I'm getting notifications from Sleeper about the picks. Like 5 minutes ago, I got a notification. Is our stream really far behind, or is like they're just doing it early?
Probably spoiling early because the NFL's website still hasn't announced it yet.
Oh, good lord! All right, I'm gonna go do not disturb on this bitch.
Wait, Sleeper sent you that stuff?
Yeah, it sent me a notification, and it just said it like right there. I was like, okay, I guess we know officially now.
Well, you can watch the draft live from Twitch right now. It's actually ahead of my stream. Oh no, it's ahead of my streams. I'm gonna just watch it from Twitch actually. Cool that I can watch it on Twitch. Yeah, they're still on the clock. There's 5 minutes left. Like, we're fine.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's about 20 seconds behind. Yeah, that's fine. We're
see how that's
fine.
Hey, Kinsey, do you mind grabbing Norbert because he's doing something?
Doing something he's not supposed
to. In
about
about 25 seconds, she'll be down here to help, and she'll pop in.
Test the delay.
Oh, there he goes. Sorry, everybody. This is how it goes with live streams, I suppose, and mini dogs.
Yeah, you don't apologize, man.
Yeah, Clem, I'm getting tired of seeing Bryce Young highlights too. It's like always seen all offseason. There she is. Pop over here. Uh-oh, here come all the dogs. Oh.
What's up, doggies? Who let the dogs out? Did they just say Bryce Young has Michael Vick's legs?
There he is. This is our intern Norbert, by the way.
What's up, Norb? We don't pay him enough.
He's worth his weight in gold. I know that. Oh, there we go. Heavier than he looks. Also, I don't work out anymore, so. Thank you, my beautiful, loving wife.
Dude, they just compared Bryce Young's legs to Michael Vick's legs.
Like shape or what?
Like his elusiveness. Yeah. I don't.
Bryce Young and Michael Vick? Okay.
Yeah,
that's a stretch to me.
That's on this NFL draft live right now. What is this?
They're trying to fill time just like we are, I guess, because that's horse shit. Although I would love to see a remake of the Vic Experience commercial just because I'm obsessed with that. And I've always wanted to ride a roller coaster like that ever since I saw it in my childhood.
When y'all mentioned it, I've never seen it before, so I was glad to go back and watch it, and it does look really awesome.
Dude, that commercial still plays. It's still fun to watch.
Question, how did you feel about the Lamar deal?
Well, what did he get? I had a really busy day, so I have not been able to stay up to date on what's been going on, unfortunately.
You gotta make time, man. I'm just kidding.
That's why we need to make a Patreon, and our fans need to join our Patreon.
You said we need to make an OnlyFans?
Yeah, OnlyFans.
So it's 5 years, 260 million, 180 guaranteed.
So he was wanting to get 200 guaranteed, right?
Yeah, but he got
still
more.
Close.
So he got 180, which makes him the second most guaranteed behind Deshaun. But he has the highest contract ever.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he won.
It's well earned. I mean, he did exactly what he wanted to do, and now he's not going to have to sit out the season. I think that's kind of where it was trending, in my opinion. But I'm mostly glad that all the speculation of the Falcons fucking up by not trading for him, I'm glad that that's over.
Yeah, because we all knew they wasn't going to go anywhere. We knew they weren't going to let him go.
It's I don't know. That's the best part of this is that we don't have to hear about it anymore, and he's just on the same team.
Yeah.
We don't have to speculate.
Our friend Anthony earlier said, which I think he made a good point about this, was that he didn't hate that we didn't go for Lamar. He hated the fact that we announced we weren't going for Lamar. Like, why did we do that? And I
Yeah,
agree with him a little bit. I mean, I say, like, I guess to instill confidence in Ritter, but that's not a good reason. Like, I don't like that reason.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm more in like the AA camp of keep your cards close to your chest.
Close, yeah.
If you say anything, then it's like a strategic leak. It's not like you have a slip up.
Oh, the pick is in.
All right, let's
And
see.
with the first pick of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Panthers select. Do they delay it? Clem Jones, do you think the Texans really passed on the QB? Oh, Bryce Young is the first pick of the draft. Oh, the biggest shocker. I don't know, man. So I'll be honest with you. Everything I've read about the Texans, I've talked about how they have done the best job hiding their pick and keeping it secret of any team in recent years, which is pretty impressive because it typically gets leaked. I think with the trending quarterbacks going upwards right now, I think it has to make them nervous and want to select a quarterback because who knows if there will be one there at 12. I just don't know.
There are mock drafts today of like the first 4 quarterbacks going first 4 picks, which would be incredible. I don't know if anything like that's happened before. Like,
where did Texas's next second round pick? I don't even think they have a second round pick. Their next one's not till the 3rd after the first round. So I don't know.
12, right?
Unless they're okay with Hendon Hooker, at 12. Because I feel like
I don't think you take Hooker that early.
Dude, there might be I was gonna say as my hot take earlier that 5 quarterbacks go in the first round. I don't even know if it's a hot take anymore. He's been projected in some mocks to go in the first round.
I mean, I guess I get
as high as 12 and as low as and I've also seen him at 23 to the Vikings.
I mean, I put so much emphasis on the position anyways too, so I get it. Like, take a shot. Why not?
What's crazy is the year that Lamar and Josh Allen and them got drafted. There were, I think, 5 quarterbacks that went that year.
Is that right?
I don't know. I feel like, let me see.
Let's do some research.
Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Lamar. Too much. Patrick Mahomes in that class?
That was one of my worst takes, was that I think Mahomes was before that. I thought that Josh Rosen would be good, and boy, he sure wasn't.
Oh, yeah. So
did not work out.
Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Lamar Jackson. 5 went in the first round. And they went 1, 3, 7. What a deal that both Josh Allen and Lamar were. Josh Rosen went 10th. Dude, Arizona, you know how bad Arizona's been at drafting? Besides getting Kyler Murray, they've been so horrible at drafting.
Not everybody would say that Kyler Murray was a successful pick.
Yeah, but it's because they haven't given an offensive line. He's running for his life every year. Like I don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest Kyler stan, but
they're a bad franchise. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Right there with us.
Kyler's still questionable. I agree too. Like when he's on, he's excellent. But I wouldn't, as a Falcons fan, I wouldn't want to go after Kyler. Like I feel like he's most valuable to Arizona because you see his blemishes, and it's not like, is it worth? Because like you think maybe Desmond's ceiling might be higher than Kyler's, or maybe his floor is higher. Let's say that.
He's just more traditional, and so like there's less risk that comes along with that.
What's hanging from the front of Bryce's jacket?
Is it a chain?
It might be a chain. There's a lot of people wearing chains tonight.
I think he's wearing a white tee. I'll be right back.
They should have gone harder after Peyton, to be honest. Wait, who?
All right. Whoa, this makes my camera look really bright now.
Yeah, you are really bright now. Cardinals should have gone after Peyton.
There we go. That's better. Peyton Manning? Oh, Sean Payton.
Oh, Sean Payton.
He's over here in Colorado now, right?
Yeah, I see what you're
My
saying, Clem.
neighbor.
Yeah, I think it made more sense for him to go to Denver, though. Like, if you look at the two teams, Denver's more. I think they're more in a win now mode than Cardinals. Like, if you had to go to Cardinals right now, you have a quarterback, but he's not playing half the season. You have to rebuild a lot of other stuff. Your defense isn't good. Your best player wants out on defense, Buda Baker.
You have a Call of Duty issue.
Yeah, your best wide receiver wants out, and Hopkins that you just traded for.
Oh, it says the pick is in.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
I feel like this has been like one of the bigger questions of all.
This is the biggest,
the
yeah.
draft season is like, who's he gonna go?
Oh, Buda gets traded tonight. Oh, odds Buda. I like that. I think it's high, like there's a high chance he gets traded tonight.
Ooh,
Buda Baker.
great name. Love the alliteration.
Oh yeah, really good name. Great player. The pick's in. I don't actually, like I said, this has been I think, so people have had him go Will Anderson. They've had him go, trade back. They've also had him go CJ Stroud. What do you think happens here? I think they go Stroud. Like, I think they go quarterback.
I think they're gonna go Will Anderson, and then I think they're gonna try to wait out and hopefully get whichever quarterback falls to 12 out of those top 4. It is a risk though, because then they're
they're
sitting on Davis Mills for another year, which is incredible.
Why even draft a quarterback though at that point?
At 12?
Go another year. Yeah, go another year then.
Well, if one of them's there, I'm saying get them.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like say you don't love the person though, like why not go?
Just wait, get Stet, get him in the 7th round.
Why not go JSN? And then
he'll be right down the road from Dallas, and he can take up his issues. He can show up to his court date pretty easily. He's already in state, so
pick is in. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. CJ Stroud.
Is it really? Is it really? Oh,
CJ Stroud. I caught it.
Finally.
I mean, I don't feel confident about that, but yeah, they shifted. The odds shifted right there at the end.
All right, man. I think that's a really good pick. I don't feel good for CJ Stroud because I feel bad that he has to go into that situation.
That's two quarterbacks, 1-2.
Yeah.
You think? I don't think the Cardinals take one here.
Everybody's talking about how much he was going to fall too, but I mean, I think we stuck to our guns a little bit. He's like the quarterback that you and I believe in the most. I can't remember where Aaron fell on that, but like the way he tore apart UGA's defense in the college football playoff was incredible, and that shows you enough. Mm-hmm. That is essentially a professional quality or talent-wise a professional team.
I know a lot of people say that it's just one game, but that's the most important game of his life, and he showed up and showed out. He should have won the game. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like.
Oh no, I won't disagree.
Not the same old Texans anymore.
Clem Jones says QB1 at number 2, and I agree.
I agree too. Honestly, like I think CJ Stroud's my pick too. The thing is, quarterbacks are a crapshoot though, because we'll be watching this a year from now and be like, man, we were so wrong with that call. But it happens every year. But I CJ Stroud's my guy too. I was wrong about Josh Allen. I didn't think Josh Allen would be good. Yeah,
I didn't either. It's pretty incredible how well he's done, but a little bit worse with Brian DeBall's departure to the Giants this past year. So
I don't know.
Interesting if you can find it.
Is lack of playmakers. Like, but outside of Stephon Diggs, they really struggled to have consistent production out of anyone else. Dawson Knox had a off and on year. What's his name? He's
just not that good.
Gabriel's just not a wide receiver 2, I don't think.
No,
and he's running backs struggled.
He's just a stretch the field guy
consistently. I guess Singletary had I would say he had an okay year, but I mean, I think the Bills are someone you might see draft a wide receiver tonight or draft a running back.
They need to surround him with talent. You don't want him to fall into the same situation that Aaron Rodgers was in for 15 years, where they were just.
Clem Jones says, "I feel like in years where there's not a surefire quarterback, Lawrence, Burrow, etc., the quarterback class is usually less than impressive." I agree. Because with all those classes, you knew Trevor Lawrence you knew he'd be a banger. You knew Burrow would be a banger. I feel like with Andrew Luck, you knew he would be great. I'm trying to think of other ones recently, like recent drafts, where you're like, okay, he's gonna be really good. And Patrick Mahomes came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone really expected that.
Jeez, that guy is ridiculous. But yeah, all right, we're getting all the CJ Stroud highlights now. Luckily, they're not
Dude,
showing too much of that UGA game, so we don't have to
why
reload.
does
Oh, there it is. As I said it, there it is.
Why does no one sign people, or why do no other quarterbacks take the deal that Patrick Mahomes took? Like Patrick Mahomes took that 10-year deal, which I know he's losing more money on the top end, but he's gonna make it up in endorsements, and it helps his team win more.
I forget what his deal is. I think wasn't it 10
It's like
years?
10 years, $450 million.
Yeah, I mean, there's not many quarterbacks that would get offered that same deal. I don't think because careers can like fall off a cliff so quickly.
You're right.
So not many teams want to commit to 10 years, even with a young quarterback, because you just don't know it. Plus, there's the injury factor too. So hope for the best because I like Pat Mahomes a lot. I think he's a good guy.
Question: did you think what's his name? Wow, why am I losing it now? Do you think Justin Fields is good? Do you think he will be good?
I think the jury's out. I think he will, but that's another situation. Like he has not had much surrounding him from an offensive perspective. He turned the ball over a little bit this year, but he showed some flashes of like he can make it work in this year. And like usually year 3 you start seeing like an improvement in turnovers and like where they really find it if they have it, especially with as much playing time as he's gotten. So
for me, if you're comparing like 4 games, like Desmond Ritter's first 4 games are more successful than Justin Fields. And I'm not trying to say Desmond Ritter's better, more talented than Justin Fields, because I think Justin Fields oozes talent. I think between here, Ritter's one of the I think he's really smart and mature beyond his age, which is something that's why I do feel a little bit confident with Ridder because I just like his mentality. I like what he's made from.
Are we sure that Matt Ryan didn't just transfer his consciousness into Desmond Ridder?
I think he did.
They sound exactly the same.
And they did the whole.
They did the Space Jam thing.
Space Jam thing, yeah. That's why Matt Ryan fell off a cliff this year.
Matt Ryan's body was just letting him down, so he decided to get the help of the Monstars.
Yes. All right, Jalen Hurts. Did you think he was gonna be good? Because I did. Not to the extent he had been this last year, but I thought he had a chance to be good. Like he was good everywhere he played in college.
He had flashes, yeah. Like he was really good at Oklahoma his last year too. So
I didn't get why fans were trying to move on from him like the year before in Philly. But I mean, they like to win immediately though, so it's a little different.
Philadelphia is tough. They're pretty strict like right off the bat. But I feel like he's got some leeway now, and they're committed to him since he's shown so much.
For sure.
I mean, he's been really good, and like with who's the coach there? Sirianni. I don't know. You'll have to check.
What? The Cardinals traded the pick to Houston. Houston just came back up.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh my God. Where did they?
They got back-to-back picks. Okay.
Back-to-back picks? Wait, so Houston lost the first pick because they won their last game, and now they traded up for the third.
Damn.
They're probably going to Will Anderson, right?
Has to be. It has to be.
Has to be. They wanted both their guys. And D'Amico Ryan's from Alabama.
Who's that? D'Amico? Is that their new coach?
That's their new coach. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why they would have traded up unless it was going to be him. Right?
Dude, apparently, I think it is for him. Ian Rappaport nailed this on his mock draft. Ian Rappaport's last mock draft, he had the Texans trading up to 3. Wow.
I don't know if
he's so tapped in, man.
I don't know if I've heard of that. Like trading up for the pick behind you, because like usually you trade up to make sure the team behind you doesn't get the player you want. In this situation, they're trading up.
How much do you think they had to give up? They had to definitely give up next year's first, right? Because you can't go from 12 to 3 without giving up next year's first when you don't have a second round pick this year either.
This motherfucker, like this GM for the Texans, he was just like he was watching draft day with Kevin Costner for like the last 3-4 days. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. Which that movie is just god awful, but that's the one cool, where it's like the guy doesn't go like, oh, no friends showed up to his birthday, so this player's not gonna be good.
Yeah, isn't that the one too where they decide to trade 3 first-round picks for a linebacker?
I mean,
I hate everything about that. It's so unrealistic. It makes me want to throw up everywhere. They trade 3 first-round picks to go get a linebacker. That's never going to be worth it.
Just NFL propaganda. Did it go off for you yet?
For the pick? No.
I'm zooming in.
It says it's picked as him. Let's see what they gave up.
I guess I should have probably made a sound or something for our stream.
Oh my god. They traded.
They take Will Levis?
They take
That would be
no.
fucking hilarious.
No, they did it. They traded number 3 and 105, the Cardinals, for Texas's 12, 33. Oh, they did have 33 this year. 2024 first and 2024 third.
Jesus. Wait, so
Will Anderson Jr. was the pick.
Okay, yeah.
So they
okay,
traded
that tracks.
next year's first, next year's third, pick swap in the first, and they gave up their second for the Cardinals' fourth.
Okay.
So it was a first, third, fourth pick swap for the third pick and a fourth round pick. That's a lot. But
Yeah.
if Will Anderson's your guy, you go get him. I mean, I think Jalen Carter, without the character issues, whatever that means, I think Jalen Carter is the player I would have traded up for if you're going to do that. I guess not in this draft though; he's going to fall down. But he's the player I think he's better than Will Anderson.
That's a hot take. I don't know. I guess maybe Will Anderson's just a little bit more mature, which helps him a lot. But yeah,
That's true.
that makes sense. The pick makes sense to me. It's pretty cool how they traded up for 2 consecutive picks like that. It seemed like a decent haul. I mean, it must be.
I mean, Will Anderson if he puts up 10 sacks this year and he builds from that, then yeah, it's worth it. But like, is that what you'd have to say? Like, does he need to get 10 sacks for this to be a good pick this year? Like, it can become a good pick, but this year
he needs to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, it has to be in their draft room on their board. They have Will Anderson because it is a pretty edge-heavy draft. Like, there's a lot of talent in the first couple rounds, so they could have gotten somebody at 12 probably. Like Van Ness is going around
33 or whatever.
Yeah, or in the second round. Who's it? White from Georgia Tech is right there too. But yeah, I mean, they must just see him as that elite of a talent and that much of a discrepancy between the tiers. And so he's tier 1 on his own.
1.1.
Which a lot of people thought Tyree Wilson might go in front of him too. So that tells me a lot of front offices probably don't see that the same way. But it worked out for him.
Jalen Carter, the bust of the draft. Man wasn't motivated last year. I don't know about that. I
thought he had a good year.
I think he hurt his draft stock with the off the field stuff because leading into the draft, he was supposed to go first overall until Bears traded their pick.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. If anything, whoever drafts him needs to hire him a driver and
maybe the steal of the draft if they get him depends where he falls to.
Just steal his driver's license and make him only ride around in cars because that gets him in trouble.
If he falls past the Falcons, I'll be upset. I would be.
That would be a mistake for the Falcons to pass on him unless they trade down. I would be okay with that.
Boston's up 7-0 right now, if you're curious.
Starting off hot, baby.
Yeah. I mean, you can't come back unless you're down.
Hey, it ain't how you start the game, it's how you finish it. You hear me? Basketball's a game of runs. Coach Allen.
It's true.
Levi knows what I'm talking about. Also,
Colts are on the clock.
Also, so does DJ if he's in there. I don't know if he's in here or not.
Mark my words, bust. I mean, Clinton, listen up. This is Will Levis time. The Colts.
Dude,
I mean, he's the prototype.
It makes too much
Colts.
sense. I've been saying it's if they go Richardson here, I would be just flabbergasted. I've been run amok, led astray.
The pick is in. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I think Will Levis makes sense. He's weird though.
Irsay has a hard on for 6'6" quarterbacks that are white and country. So
that's true. Peyton. Is Andrew Luck country?
He's not country, but he seems like he is. He's got a neck beard, but he went to Stanford. Which is a weird combination.
Was Harbaugh his coach?
Yeah, he was in college.
Yeah, I like Harbaugh.
I kind of thought he was going to leave this year, though.
They got to go quarterback here, right? Colts have to go quarterback.
It's a quarterback. Unless they take somebody, then they trade up to 5. because I guess that's a fucking thing now out of nowhere.
It is. Well, I mean, they had 2 first rounds, so I guess it kind of makes sense how they did it.
Just wanted to show me the draft order.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
For show.
All right, let's see. So I got to make this trade with the. I got to catch up my mock draft.
What's up, my boy Max in the chat? If anybody likes to frequent,
What's up, your boy?
Anybody likes to frequent Twitch? Check out my boy Maxwell. I think that is MAXSZWELL. Hella good gamer, super fun to watch, and I will do a flip, but only for you.
You're gonna do a flip?
Yeah, I always. So when Max is streaming on Twitch, I always pop in there and I say do a flip. Or if he's not showing his face, I'll be like, show your face. Just random stuff like that. It's the do a flip thing is a Futurama joke. It's a little niche, but it's a good show.
Do a flip.
Do a flip.
All right. Who do you want to see? I think Will Levis makes the most sense here for sure.
Yeah.
Who's winning? We're all winning right now. As long as Jalen Carter and Tyree Wilson stay on the board, we're winning.
I mean, for sure.
The pick is in.
All we need is
and
one.
Boston are killing us right now.
We need one quarterback to fall to 8, and then we'll get a good offer
to
trade
the pick
down.
Is in. I don't know if any quarterback falls.
I don't know.
Anthony Richardson. Oh
No,
my
it's not.
God. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Shocker. All right, so then, all right, up next we got Seahawks at 5, Lions
Who's
at
starting
6.
for them next year?
I don't even know who's on their team anymore.
Sam Ellinger.
It's
is he
got-
still there?
Oh, God, he can't be there anymore.
That's
He's awful.
wild. Anthony Richardson just went 4th overall, and he had a 50-something% for completion percentage. I mean, I get it. I get the intangibles. He can throw a ball 65 yards standing still, but that's nuts.
It feels like
All right,
a
guys.
subtle difference, but... Oh, Kinsey asks if anybody can hear Norbert barking in the background from
I
my
can't
stream.
even hear.
Probably
Norbert.
shouldn't. I improved the quality of my mic, so hopefully
can't
that
hear.
shouldn't pick up in our peripheral. If it does,
Stetson round 1 pick for
apologies.
sure. Oh, dude. He's #1 in our hearts.
Stet
He's got
the
that
Jet.
dog in him.
Yeah.
Do you
Send
think
Send him to Big D.
better than Richardson, to be honest? Ooh, I actually like that. I do. That's a good take. That's a really good take.
I mean, he did outplay him for 2 years in a row, so
it wasn't close.
a little bit better team that he may have been on, but
True. I
we
mean, yeah.
don't-
If Richardson's on the dogs, what happens? You know,
those are just meaningless details. Don't worry
Wait,
about
so
it.
Florida Gator went before a Georgia Bulldog. This is a travesty. Stetson
first
also
time in
got
a
that
while.
dog in him. He does.
I'm very surprised at this pick. I mean, I guess he's got the raw skill that they. That
You know what's
they're looking
crazy?
for.
When the season ended, this guy wasn't even projected to go first round. It's nuts what happens in the
Dude.
off season. Like I get some of the combine stuff and why it happens, but man, he jumped up there. He went 4th.
You know what I love? I love that these takes are gonna be forever on the internet now, and so we're gonna look back in a year and be like, "Oh fuck, we were really wrong," and now everybody remembers.
Yeah,
But-
Anthony Richardson's actually a star.
Yeah.
He's Lamar Jackson 3.0 or Michael Vick 3.0, Lamar Jackson 2.0.
I mean, I legit think that he's gonna end up being like a Carson Wentz comparison.
You think Carson wins? I mean,
he's gonna burn too bright early on, and then he's gonna just fall off a cliff, and then he'll just be run of the mill average quarterback.
I mean, he's so fast and agile, but he's got this like the arm strength that and
So what's the
like
excuse?
the stature.
I know there was a lot of dropped balls by Florida
I think they had a
players
lot
this
of
year.
dropped passes. Florida Gators dropped passes.
Like that's
Teams
an
are
issue.
blinded by
But
physical traits. Zach Wilson part 2. Dude, Zach Wilson part 2 is that's a good comparison.
RG3, yeah, that's a good comparison
Yeah.
too.
But he runs more than RG3. No, I guess RG3 didn't. He's bigger than RG3 though. But
Clem,
yeah,
you're gonna
that's a
have
really
to
good-
you're gonna have to tell us who you are. You got some good takes, and we're gonna have you on the
Oh,
pod. at
that's
some point.
Frank.
Oh, it's Franco. Okay, what's up, buddy? Are we gonna have him on after the Jets pick?
Yeah, we got to have him on before the Jets pick. Just have him talk about it.
Do we have
Give us his thoughts.
any other people that are fans of teams that are gonna be picking here in the top 10?
Or if you just like to root for them occasionally. Hiya. Hey, sir.
Yeah.
Dude, Frank's got a ton of good sports takes. I agree with a lot of stuff he says. He's got me drinking the Bijan Kool-Aid too.
Oh god
so.
damn. Yeah, I know he does. Damn it. He like completely changed Blake's perspective in the course of an hour on the Discord, which is why everybody should join the Discord.
It's been weighing on me. I've been watching highlights too much. His film's good, man.
I've mostly just been watching that one clip of the TikTok I put out.
Oh, that one's good too. Do you think Jalen Carter goes here? Like this is where he's been projected to go this whole time.
Seattle.
Jalen Carter to Seattle. Yeah,
dude,
Seattle might take Anthony Richardson.
I think that would be. I think it would be a good landing spot for Jalen Carter, and just the history and tradition of such an elite defense. And Pete Carroll's a good coach, and it gives Jalen a fresh start somewhere else. Out of the state, it's probably a good thing. With some of the issues that he's been having, there's nothing wrong with that.
Talks have been quality, by the way. They have been quality.
Thank you, my friends.
Done an amazing job. They're great. I'll say this about Seattle. I thought they were a chance to take Anthony Richardson if he fell to here, just because they didn't need him to play right away because you have Geno.
I think that would have made more sense too.
I agree, but I will say this: they've been spurned in the past for taking a player who had so-and-so character issues. I keep saying air quotes because I don't believe Jalen Carter actually has character issues. I feel like there's a tragic moment happened and it's kind of messed with him. But
that's not what I mean when I say that.
No, I'm not saying
just
you.
Multiple things like that, where specifically with driving incidents that
right.
But I think he's a good player on the field. I think he's a good leader too. So I
didn't mean you. I just meant when it first came out.
I just wanted to clarify.
But my point is, I don't know if they take the risk because it's burned them in the past. They've had a player they selected not too long ago in one of the first rounds who never played for them, never played it down because of problems.
Wow.
I can look it up. Seattle draft pick doesn't play.
Levi's shouting out the Coco gif on our TikTok. If you don't follow us on TikTok, check it out. Always throwing stuff out there. That was a throwback to a picture of Dansby and Freddie in their Braves uniforms because they were playing each other last week. Although it is hilarious because after Dansby got off to a really hot start the first weekend, he's been hitting 200, that's the Dansby we know, right?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster. So Malik McDowell was their number one pick in 2017, and he never played. Or he didn't play that season. I don't know if he ever played after that. Let's see. Malik McDowell.
Doesn't ring a bell for me.
He plays... the hell? Let me see. He played last with the Cleveland Browns in 2021, but he didn't play. He played for the Seahawks 17 and 18, and didn't play for 3 years, and then played the year after COVID. He just didn't play. So I mean, it's spurned them in the past. So I don't know if that will prevent them from going for this. But where's Aaron? I'm not sure. I think he was busy tonight. He couldn't make it.
There's no telling that fella. He's probably watching from his bed or something.
It'd be nice if he was at least in the chat. We should text him, tell him to come in the chat.
Aaron, pop in the chat. Start pissing people off. That's what you do, bub. We know it. Get on a bender.
Bam, ba-dum, bum. Pick us in. Does Jalen Carter go here? Yes or no, Hayden? Yes or no?
Yes, Jalen Carter.
What if it's Peter Skoronski?
No, it won't be. They're not concerned with protecting Geno. No offense, Geno.
I can see Tyree Wilson, Jalen Carter, or Peter Skoronski.
Those are the two that would make sense, I feel like.
I hope it's not Tyree Wilson.
Trying to reload.
Well, I'm also okay with Jalen Carter. Dude, Jalen Carter slips here too. There's a chance we get him. Oh, that'd be cool.
From a talent perspective, that would be the best talent we would get at 8.
Oh, absolutely. If he fell to 8, that's a steal.
At that point, if he's there at 8, then we definitely should take him and not trade down. That would be a mistake.
That's how I feel too. I mean, it depends what the offer is, but yeah, I what if you got Chase Young there? What if instead you traded down and got Chase Young and the pick?
That's fair.
I might take that. I might take that. I mean, you get another pick, you get Chase Young. It depends how high they are on Chase Young. I don't know his health or anything.
If we trade the pick, who do you think is looking to trade up? I guess it depends on how it falls.
It depends on how the quarterbacks fall here. If Will Levis is there at 8, I think it's going to be Tennessee.
Well, at this point, Will Levis, the only team that's going to take him is the Raiders, right?
Well, they might not take him. They make a cornerback.
That's what I'm saying. So like, there's
Tennessee.
there's a 50-50 chance right now that he's going to be there at 8.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. So,
Pick is in.
that's crazy to think about, actually. But then I think we would trade with Tennessee. We get the 11th pick, and then I don't know what other pick Tennessee has. Let me see.
I guess it could be, yeah. If Levis is there, they could trade up.
They have the
Tennessee.
41st pick as well. We can get. Oh, pick is in. Wow, there's a lot of people there in Kansas City. It was cool seeing the stage being built. All the Uber drivers I had were like talking about it, and they're really excited. They're like, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Devin Witherspoon went the cornerback. Jalen Carter slips past. Wow, that's a surprise. I didn't see that mocked much. I didn't look at too many mocks today, but I didn't. I don't feel like I saw that mocked much.
That's early for Witherspoon from what we've seen. That's interesting.
Wow, dude. Tyree Wilson and Carter are both still there. I'm trying to go back and look at some mocks from today to see.
So this pick says from Denver. Is this part of the Russell Wilson trade?
Yes.
That is crazy, man. They fucking fleeced the Broncos. That's incredible.
Dude, it's incredible.
But it feels like they could have turned that into Jalen Carter.
Come back this year. Yeah, right. Wait, so that's crazy, actually. So now you have 2 more picks ahead of us. Jalen Carter's still on the board. Tyree Wilson's still on the board. Peter Skoronski, Will Levis. Like, we could trade back and maybe still land one of these guys.
I mean, legit, yeah. If we trade back to 11, one of those guys would probably still be
I will say, though, Chicago, I could see Chicago taking Bijan. I could, if you're a Bijan fan and you're listening right now, I could see Chicago taking Bijan. I could see the Eagles taking Bijan.
That's true.
That's probably it.
That wouldn't hurt my feelings.
To
trade back and also not get Bijan.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Like I'm telling you, I'm okay. I'm open to Bijan. He's not who I'm after though. But I'm not gonna be mad if we get Bijan. You already know. I've said on the pod.
You know, Aaron said he was gonna renounce his fanship. His fanhood.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be a fan anymore if we selected Bijan.
Maybe he just means at 8. At 8 is a reach, I think. Although I don't know, I could see one of these other teams trading up for him. But I don't value running backs, as everybody knows if they listen to the podcast. Just look at the season Chase Huntley had.
Oh man, sorry, trying to pull up everything. I can't believe Devin Witherspoon just went there. Like, I really don't recall him ever being mocked there.
He was one that you usually saw falling, if anything. So.
Like, he'd fall a lot of times to Vegas, honestly, was who would take him, or the Lions. So now the Lions may go Christian Gonzalez. The Lions are probably going to be the ones who either take Jalen Carter or
Tyree.
I could see Tyree
they
Wilson,
took Aiden Hutchinson last year though, so
I know, but they've been mocked to our edge or linemen, like but they need cornerback too. Like, cornerback is an area of need.
They just traded Okudah.
Right. So, but they don't have to go first round. Obviously, they did sign a couple guys, but I do think they need an alpha cornerback, and Christian Gonzalez is that.
Maybe they're worried about getting burned by another corner in the top 10.
It might. And it kind of makes me think that with Devin Witherspoon going 5, you could see Christian Gonzalez going next, just because like those are 2 best cornerbacks. But if Christian doesn't go, I feel like he's going to drop to maybe the Cardinals at 12. That'd be really good for them. I'm surprised they only wanted 1 first-round pick in this draft, because I feel like they could have got more, but Seahawks trying to build the Legion of Boom 2.0. Yeah, honestly. I mean, Devin Witherspoon, because of that 40 time he ran, that's the only reason I feel like he jumped up that high, too. That's what people...
What do you run?
Like a 4.39 or something like that.
Anybody else just see that commercial? It was a YouTube commercial, but it brought up like the arrow to fast forward and rewind. And then it made me think that I hit my remote. So shout out YouTube for giving me that moment of panic.
He ran a 4.42. Sorry, it's not a 4.39. But still, 4.42 is blazing.
Yeah. At Illinois.
Wait, Arizona is now on the clock.
Oh, Arizona's traded Traded up.
Arizona just traded to the Lions. What the frick is going on? There's so many trades.
Oh god, this is gonna. I wonder if they
Maybe they'll get
update
Jalen
this
Carter.
draft order. What did they? Were they just like, oh well, you know what? 3 is too high for Jalen Carter, but what are we at? 6? 6, just right. I mean, I guess if he was high enough on their board and he's like, oh, I cannot, they didn't think that Jalen Carter was going to be there. And they're like, all right, let's figure something out.
Right. Maybe those are playing all along, though, too. They got a lot of picks out of that trade with the Texans. So.
That has to be Jalen Carter, right?
Or Tyree Wilson. It's one or the other.
Dang.
Because you know that they're about to go. Well, whoever it is, they felt like they needed to jump in front of. So they got Lions only got number 12 and number 34. Wow.
So they got an extra. It's like I'm good with that though, because that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying I would take if I was the Falcons. Early second round pick.
But we're talking about 3 spots. That's 6 spots. I mean, that's pretty high, I feel like.
I would do that
pretty
with the
cheap.
Commanders. I don't know.
We're seeing 2 bad franchises. That's funny that that's what they're saying right now.
Jesus.
I think the Hawks are getting smacked right now.
They are entertaining us for the moment, at the very least.
Oh, wait, no, Hawks are back. They're only down 1 point right now. Sorry, I'm a liar.
It's a game of runs. They're going to go on a run, and then we're going to go on a run. And then one of us is going to win. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is in Atlanta. And then game 7 would be potentially
in Boston. Yeah, it would be in Boston.
What did you think about DJM getting 5 games?
No, just 1.
Oh, is it just 1? Is he back?
Yeah, he was suspended in game 5.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, if he got 5 games, I would have actually written a letter to the NBA commissioner.
I guess I breezed by that. I was like, fuck, 5 games? That seems like a lot.
Yeah, no, it is a 5-game suspension. I think he deserved to be suspended, but I also think if you're going to do that, you should at least fine Tatum for pushing the ref. But that's just me. Like, I'm a homer, so obviously I'm going to say that. But I didn't like it. I was glad that Trey was able to pull out a Trey God game. Ice Trey. Dude, he was so good.
They should keep people shut up for the offseason at least. Just kidding. Yeah. They won't shut them up at all.
No, they won't. They're still one
what did Arizona give up? They just gave up their 2nd-round pick?
That's it. Go up 6 spots. I'm telling you, I feel like that's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
Right? Like 12 to 6?
I understand both sides of it. I think it's okay. I would do it if I was the Lions. They also have pick 18.
Right. They have another pick in the first, so they don't feel as needy for it. I agree. I mean, I think if you're the Cardinals, you're feeling really good about that.
What are the Lions aiming for right now? Because some people have said another receiver, and I was like, I mean, they have Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra, and...
No, they're going defensive line. All these trades.
And they traded back? They traded back doing that, though? I mean, because like they had defensive line sitting there waiting for him.
I know, but I feel like they could have traded. But you saw they recuperated more than they lost.
Yeah, that's fair.
They got a 1st-round pick for next year. Paris Johnson, they went and got their nice. They went and got their tackle. That's actually really good. Guys,
man,
Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson will be there. Holy shit. It's happening. It's happening.
All right, so what's our decision then? If we're Terry Fontenot.
Well, we don't know yet. I'm taking one of those too, though.
But so you're not trading back, is what you're telling me?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I think I agree. I kind of think it's got to be.
I mean, let me say this though. I don't think there's a wrong move here. Actually, I really do think that we have a lot of options.
Yeah, because like Will Levis is probably going to be on the board still. I don't see the Raiders.
You don't think Will Levis goes here?
I don't think so. But I mean, they just traded for Jimmy G. Like, not that I'm huge on Jimmy G, but
no, they didn't trade. They signed him.
Okay, they signed him.
Or was it a trade? I thought it was a sign, like 3-year deal, I think. Or
yeah, either way, they brought him in.
Jimmy G contract.
It'd be weird to me if they did
3-year, $72 million deal. So it's a $24 million a year.
That's not a backup quarterback.
Raiders are committed to Jimmy G. I mean, They are, but they could go like Hendon Hooker late or Stetson Bennett late. They could go for one of these Max Duncan. They go for one of these like projects late and just
They
hope.
have a starting caliber quarterback. Not that he's elite at all, but that buys you a year with a 3-year contract in place. So they
Absolutely.
could get one of these later round quarterbacks this year, see what they have in them, and then next year, if they're
Absolutely.
not satisfied with it, they get a first round quarterback.
Yeah.
Not to look ahead too much.
I don't know why I was saying defense for Cardinals. I should have said tackle because they wanted Paris Johnson. I read that before. Kyler Murray wanted them to pick Paris Johnson. Like that was like a report today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Levi
I was looking at the
asks,
Lions' needs.
Levi asks, what is this setting the Falcons up for? Some big targets still there. I'm hoping it's Jalen Carter.
Absolutely.
I mean, oh, man, because they could still trade down. Like if they trade down to 11, if the Titans want to trade up to get their quarterback.
Well, let's go over our options real quick. You got Jalen Carter or Tyree Wilson. One of the two will be there. So that's I think that's like option A. Option B is trade back, like or Peter Skoronski. If you want to go, if you want to shore up the offensive line, you're tired of filling up the holes. You can.
But with
take them
all
there.
those guys on the board, if you only move back to 11, like one of
You
them
can still get
very well
yes,
could be left,
could
and
fall.
you pick up an extra.
It depends on your board. It depends how you rank these guys. But the guys you have left right now are Jalen Carter, Peter Skoronski, Bijan's still there, Jackson Smith-Nigba, Christian Gonzalez, Nolan Smith, Brian Branch. Who's the other guy that we've been talking
Like
about?
if
Tyree
we,
Wilson.
If we trade down and we somehow miss on those like top 3 guys, I would still be okay with like grabbing Nolan Smith or something like that too. He's so talented.
True. If Will Levis trade with 18 in the first quarter, is he the only reason we're in the game right now? If we go down, if Will Levis stays, we trade with Tennessee, and I'm completely fine with that. But I don't know how you pass up on Jalen Carter or like I don't want to pass up on Jalen Carter
Just
or
because
Tyree
like the
Wilson.
talent level is there. I mean, look
But
at what's
remember-
his name?
Do you remember last year the guy
Tunsil.
who fell?
You guys remember Tunsil from
Larry
years ago?
Tunsil? Yeah.
He ended up being like the best tackle in the NFL.
Larry Tunsil. Do you remember the guy who fell last year, the defensive lineman who everyone wanted early and he ended up falling to like pick 24 or something like that?
I don't remember.
What if Tyree Wilson's that guy this year? Like, what if Tyree Wilson's someone that we were all enamored with because the mock experts all are enamored with him, but he's actually not someone that people actually are interested in? I don't know. Like, he looks like the prototypical.
It's like trying to catch smoke. Like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands.
Hawks down 35-34 into the first quarter. But that's good. I mean, we were down big time early. Good job, Trey. God, Trey Young's so good. Dude, I'm very excited. The Falcons have so much to do here. Like, I'm not mad taking one of these top defenders here. I'm also not mad trading back. It depends on how much you get trading back for sure.
My TV is too
here's what
far
I'll say.
across the room. That's why I keep like squinting, trying to see.
We may have to watch the whole first night too, brother, because I think the Falcons are in play to trade back in the first if we do trade back.
I didn't hear any of that. I was just staring at myself because I really feel like I'm in a draft room right now going like this.
We may need to watch the whole draft tonight, like for a whole first round, because I think if the Falcons do trade back, might trade back into the first round. I could see that happening. And us going like a guard.
What was our plan? I have no idea how long we were going to do this stream for.
I'm down doing the whole first round. I don't.
Sheesh.
Yep.
You're on the East Coast, man. It's only 7 o'clock somewhere.
You're right. I mean, we
somewhere
can
being mountain time.
When you're ready to stop. You're 2 hours behind?
Yeah. It's awesome.
I didn't realize you were 2 hours. I thought you were 1.
Yeah, dude. Braves games end at 7:30 for me. It's awesome.
That is awesome.
It is the ideal time to watch sports.
Pick is in. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. They haven't made the noise yet. Sorry. I'm just excited.
Yours says the pick is in already? Jesus.
Yeah, but it hasn't done the noise yet.
Like,
I'm on Twitter watching. It's not the ESPN, though. It's like the NFL draft. Twitter.
Let's see who the
There's 18,000 of us watching on here. It hasn't announced it yet. It just says
we have 18,000 people on the stream. Wow, welcome everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, 18,000 are we have 4 watching.
Mm-mm-mm.
What happens here, man?
I have no idea. This one's pretty much a wild card to me.
What do they need? Quarterback, O-line. I could see them going Peter Skoronski. I could see them going Jalen. Dude, the
They need a
Raiders
head
have a
coach.
history of going people like Jalen Carter and it not working out. Like people who have considered character issues.
Yeah, I could.
They've had a couple of players get arrested recently.
They should draft Kirby Smart here.
Maybe Christian Gonzalez makes sense for them here. I feel like that's a safe pick.
They usually have a pretty bad defense, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
especially with an offensive-minded head coach, maybe they want to go with the defense here, help buffing up their D.
Dude, I will say Jalen Carter next to Mason Crosby would crazy if the Raiders did take him.
That would be stout D line.
Dude, I'm nervous. Like, there's so much that can happen right here.
We're right there. We're right there. We can do a lot of different things with this pick. Hopefully, we don't do the boring thing and draft Bijan, because that would be quite upsetting after the way that this has fallen. You would have to be upset.
I would be upset. I would be upset. Yeah. No, the way this is falling is perfect for us. Like, this is. I mean, but here's the thing. What if we keep watching and Tyree Wilson does fall at 20-something? Does that mean we were just wrong? Like,
Could be.
all the draft experts were wrong?
Yeah.
Like, so I will be mad in the moment, yeah, but if it falls like that, then I might be like, well, what the hell happened there? Like, why did... I think Bijan's falling to the 20s. That was my hot take today. That was what I posted in Discord. Bijan falls to the 20s in this draft.
That would be...
It's in. Take it in. Oh, who is it?
I'm waiting on you. I don't know.
Tyree Wilson. They went and got Tyree Wilson. Jalen Carter's there at 8.
Okay, we have to take him, right?
Tyree Wilson just went 7. Damn, I wanted him.
You would have rather had him instead of...
No,
Jalen.
I'm fine. No, I think I'd rather have Jalen. I don't know if we take Jalen though. Jalen has been projected to go 9 in a couple of mocks today to the Bears.
Who would we take then? Gonzalez?
I saw Bijan in those mocks. Those same mocks had us taking Bijan and Jalen Carter.
Oh my god!
I think you got to take Jalen Carter here though.
This is stressing me out a little bit. That would be colossal.
Jalen after Jalen Carter. Oh, Jalen Carter. Yeah, I think we got to go Jalen Carter. It makes too much sense to not go Jalen Carter here. Like it
would be a miss.
Aaron's going to stop being a Falcons fan tonight if this doesn't go Jalen Carter, I feel like. Yeah. I don't even know if he wanted Jalen Carter, but I don't think he realized Jalen Carter would fall to here. He kept saying Will Anderson was his guy, which he did go 3rd overall, which is where we said he would probably have to go.
So who's coming behind us here? So at 9 is the Bears, then the Eagles, then the Titans.
Bears would take Jalen Carter, I think.
So there's no reason for the Titans to trade up at this point, because neither one of those teams, unless there's another team that trades up.
Unless they're worried someone else will trade up, there is really no reason. Dude, Pro Football Focus has Tyree Wilson as like their 27th best prospect, which is like so much different than everything else. It's weird.
Dang.
All right, Falcons could. All right, I'm okay with taking Jalen Carter. I'm okay with trading back. Those are my 2 things I want right now. If we don't take Jalen Carter and we don't trade back, I'm gonna be a little confused.
Who else needs quarterbacks though? So maybe the Packers, maybe the Pats.
Packers,
Minnesota would have a long way to trade up, and that'd be too far of a fall for us.
Yeah, no, I don't think they'll trade up that far.
Minnesota's at 23.
You get Bijan at 23.
I don't know. He's had so much hype. I don't know if he falls that far.
I mean, he is a favorite to go in the top 10.
Jeez. Although, let the record show, I have been off of the Bijan train this entire draft season. It feels like we've been talking about the draft for like forever. Because like we've talked about it every episode for 3 months.
Dude, we've all been excited.
Thank God it's over. Just playing.
You think the quarterback round's done? I mean, I think Tennessee could still go quarterback.
It doesn't make sense, like, unless somebody else they're worried about somebody else trading up, like Minnesota or whoever Blake said. It wouldn't really make sense.
Gotta fix my hair. Sorry. No, I think what I'm trying to say. I think Tennessee taking him at 11 makes sense. Not trading.
Yeah.
I don't know about trading up. I can see the Patriots trading up, like you said, them or.
There have been rumors that Belichick wants to get rid of Mac Jones. So
I know it's weird, but they also signed what's his name, Bill O'Brien, as their offensive
Levi says the
coordinator.
pick is in.
It says
No
pick
trade.
is in. Yeah, it does say it.
You're right. No trade. It's okay. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do it.
Is it Jalen Carter? Dude, if it's Bijan, how mad? Don't.
Oh God.
Oh, this is stressful.
This could either make us look very good or very bad, in my opinion. Aaron's fanhood is on the line here.
Aaron will literally stop being a fan.
He's gonna destroy a Kroger tonight if this is Bijan.
Dude, it just makes so much sense for Jalen Carter. How do you feel about Peter Skronsky if he goes here? I'm fine with that, right?
I think it'd be a miss on Jalen.
Yeah.
I think it would. But like I would rather see Skronsky than Bijan.
Bijan. I don't even know. I might actually rather see. Dude, I think we're gonna take Bijan.
Dude, don't you fucking dare say that.
I'm telling you, I think we're gonna take Bijan.
God dang it.
I don't know why. I just feel it in my bones. Jalen Carter's going 9th.
Dude, don't do that to me.
Wait, Levi just said in the chat, Aaron's life, perhaps? What just happened?
Aaron's life perhaps rides on this pick. It's very important.
I think we're gonna draft Bijan, dude. I feel it. I just feel it.
It has to be one of those two. It has to. Just because there's been so much hype around Bijan. I would rather have Skronsky, but Christ.
I just feel it, dude. I don't like the feeling, but it just has been linked to us all day. Like he's been linked to us all day.
Maybe that's Bijan's camp is leaking that to get his stock up.
Maybe.
More money, less problems. That's my saying. That's why we're selling Blursed. We're selling.
We went Kyle Pitts.
$5.
We went Drink London.
Highest bidder.
We went Kyle Pitts. We went Drink London. It's about to be Bijan. Dude, it just it makes too much sense, man.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Don't you dare start that.
No. It makes too much sense based off the mocks. The mocks. Everyone has mocked them to us.
I'll be upset. I might turn red. I don't know. I just got back on board now.
What was the one I shared earlier? Aaron Freeman. He'd said Bijan would go to us, and he had Jalen Carter going 9th. Mel's best available: Jalen Carter, Will Levis, Bijan, Christian Gonzalez, Peter Skronsky. Picks in. They're showing the Mel's big board is Jalen Carter, Will Levis, and then Bijan is 3rd on his big board right now.
So they're saying it's not much of a reach, but in my opinion, it is because I don't value running backs because anybody, especially in our offensive system, like the way Art draws it up, the offensive line run blocks really well. It can
I don't think
it can just be Algier.
Right. I'll say this though. I saw a couple interviews recently talking with Bijan, and he was talking about how he's gotten a lineup. He's talked to a lot of different coaches that he'll line up all over the field, like slot receiver. Like I've been saying, I think he can play multiple positions, like a Christian McCaffrey on the offense.
We have a slot receiver,
Scotty Miller.
He's a talented young man. It's like 57 years old, I think.
It sucks that Jalen Carter was here because it does make this feel worse that we're about to take Bijan.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Don't be like that.
Dude, when did they announce this?
I feel like this one's getting really drawn out. Look at our Hardo Falcons fans over there. Those guys definitely want Bijan.
Yeah, they do, man. Dude, everyone wants Bijan but us.
It's really not gonna. It's gonna date my TikToks pretty quick. Actually, those can be kind of interpreted both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty.
No, your TikTok also sells you on Bijan. It's both.
Has it not announced it for you yet?
No.
Maybe mine caught up somehow.
Dude, the Twitters say Bijan would be an amazing pick right here. Like the actual cast is like 5 different analysts. And here it is. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. Ah, we're waiting. They're freaking out. The Falcons fans are freaking out. Bijan Robinson. We went Bijan Robinson. We did.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead serious. We drafted Bijan.
Oh, God.
Aaron is going to disown.
Oh, my God. Why? Why? Jesus.
Dude, where does Jalen slip to now? Does he go 9?
I don't know and I don't care. This is ridiculous.
Aaron's about to burn down. Do I need to time out Aaron in the Discord now?
Why? Thank you, Levi. I agree. We are a joke organization. Right there with the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
Dude, God damn it.
Dan Orlovsky says Falcons trying to follow the Eagles blueprint, going to zone read the heck out of defenses.
Oh no, the zone read. It's really gonna happen.
This is a game changer for the Falcons offense.
We had how many yards did Tyler Algier have last year?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000, and he played like half the snaps. Oh God.
Aaron's so mad. He said, F Arthur Smith, F Terry Fontenot, F Arthur Blank, F that little kid that just said the pick. F you, Blake. I'm done with this team.
Dude, what the hell? Man. It just
I feel like this is what we knew was going to happen all along. We knew it was going to happen.
No, we didn't. No, we did not. We reached for Bijan. And if we should have traded down. There's no doubt about that now. There's no reason to take him there. I don't know. There had to be something. I would take anything. Give me a 7th.
Dude, we knew it was wow. Okay, actually the Eagles traded their 2024 4th round pick to go up 1 pick from the Bears. Do you think Eagles go Jalen Carter right here?
Maybe that's why they moved up, because they're like, what the fuck are these people doing? I kind of thought maybe the Eagles thought they can stay where they are and they'll have Bijan.
They might have.
I gotta learn how to fucking say it now. How do you say it?
I think it's Bijan.
Bijan?
Yeah.
I've been saying Bijan.
Dude, the Twitter analysts, which are like actual football people, they are saying nothing but nice things about the Falcons right now. Why is it when analysts see an offensive weapon like Lamar Jackson or something like that, it's like automatically a good thing all the time?
Because like they're not really watching individual teams; they're watching like the NFL as a whole. Maybe the Falcons aren't their team, but it doesn't.
Clint Jones, keep that energy when he runs for 2,000 yards. Bijan going to go.
I will, because
I think so too. No, I think you're right, Frank. I think Bijan will probably put up 2,000 yards.
Total? Are we talking about rushing?
They really did leak that pick weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, it's been leaked for a while. Everyone knew the Falcons were taking Bijan. Obviously, we didn't know that, but it's been mocked everywhere. Bijan and Algier, best 1-2 punch in the league. I agree with that. They are the best 1-2 punch in the league. I also think Arthur Smith will run 200 carries with both. I do think that will happen too.
Oh God, how fucking exciting for us to be able to watch that. So here's the thing. We got a value pick. It was a hell of a pick for Tyler Algier last year in the 5th round. Fifth round, we got a starting caliber running back who looked like he would be a top 10 running back in the league in his prime maybe. And we got him very cheap. And now we just shit all over that pick. That pick doesn't matter anymore. Is it good to have depth? Yes. But I just don't understand. We also had Huntley, who was literally on the street last year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He was killing it.
We could probably pick up Philip Lindsay for $0. He'll pay the Falcons to be on the team.
I mean, here's what I'll say about Bijan. Like, his offensive talent is there, and but I don't know, man. It's not the pick we wanted, but it could turn out.
I agree. It is dumb. Yes.
It could turn out.
I don't know. It felt like our running backs are going to rush for that much anyways, in my opinion. I don't know. Is he? I agree.
I mean, here's my biggest take. I had this take. Bijan is light years ahead of Algier, Huntley, and Lindsay. Yeah, I agree. And here's what I said.
I think everybody agrees with that.
But I think this is a good point. Go look at the 49ers last year. The 49ers, when they picked up Christian McCaffrey, became a Super Bowl contender. They were not one before they got Christian McCaffrey. They became one. And they might have won the Super Bowl if they don't lose their quarterback.
the 49ers are not a Super Bowl contender because of Christian McCaffrey. It's because of Kyle Shanahan.
He put them over the peak, though.
He
took
took
Arthur Smith's that same kind of offensive mind, though.
Oh my God! Do not compare Arthur Smith to Kyle Shanahan.
I know you.
Not close.
You and Aaron. No, listen.
Not
I know
close.
you. And
Blake,
listen.
For the love of God,
when it
Aaron
comes
is
to
gonna blow his
offensive play
brains out.
calling, no, it's true though. When it comes to offensive play calling, Arthur Smith's top 3 in the league. Offensive play calling. That's not even a false statement. That is a true statement. I don't think I'm. I think there's a lot of analysts that would agree with that.
I don't know what you want me to say here.
If you had the Titans be relevant because of Derrick Henry, the Falcons got their guy. That's what I'm saying too. They're more exciting with Bijan. I think they could have gotten better with Carter. I mean, I agree with that too, Levi. I think Art Smith celebrating. Yeah, Art Smith is celebrating. I know it's really upsetting to you, but I really do think Arthur Smith is an excellent offensive mind, and I think, like Clem Jones saying in the chat,
I noticed you didn't say head coach. It's like
I don't know that.
It's like he can't think of anything else but offensive players during the draft in the first round. He hasn't shown us anything else.
We spent all of our money on defense, though, and draft's not over yet. This is just pick one. Bijan's the best player in this draft. I agree with that too, Clem Jones. I think he is the most talented player. But the problem is, it's not the talent that's the problem. It's the position is the problem. Like, I think that's Hayden's biggest problem here. It's his talent's undeniable. And
it wasn't a need.
I think Art will use him in ways. But here's the thing, though. Like, you don't make this pick for 1 year. This pick is you have him for 5, 6, 7 years.
You have him for 5 years, and then he's unusable.
Jalen Carter goes to the Eagles at 9.
Eagles are fleecing everybody again. That's what they do.
Huge pick for them.
Eagles just fuck everybody. Why are they smarter and better?
It's because Howie Roseman is a fantastic GM.
And see, now there's a head coach, offensive minded, that thinks of his team and is a good head coach.
But it's not their coach. It's a GM. And at least
it's a collective.
In Philadelphia, I know, but in Philadelphia, Howie Roseman's been their GM for 20 years. Like, he is. I do agree it's a partnership, but I don't know. I think y'all give Art too much credit for the first pick. Or do you think the coach gets that much say that he gets over? Maybe in Falcons he does. Maybe in Atlanta he does.
Well, yeah, it's because Art's dad and what's his name?
Jalen Carter's not going to be good. I can stand by that. Clem Jones is convinced Jalen Carter won't be good. He'll be a bust.
I disagree. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Why do they do this to people? Like, you see the timeline that they gave? Like, Jalen Carter at Georgia, January 15th, car crash that killed 2 people. It's like, yeah. Jesus, fuck. Come on.
Like, why do you have to, like, why is that what you bring up on supposed to be the happiest night of his life? Yeah. Yeah. That's not a good look.
All right. Clem says he's not worth the 9th pick. So where do you think that Jalen's value was?
At the very least, not worth the 9th pick, yeah.
Oh my God. Jalen, stop crying, bro.
Well, you called it.
Blake has been spot on in this draft, to our dismay.
I mean, I just feel like it's all that was talked about. Brady texted me earlier and asked who I wanted, and I told him who I wanted. He said, "You think you have a shot at Wilson or Carter?" We did have a shot at one of them, but we got Bijan.
Who did you tell him that you wanted?
I said Tyree Wilson or Jalen Carter are my top 2. I said I'm also open to Peter or Bijan or a trade back. A lot of options for me. I was open to Bijan. I was like, I am open to it because I know y'all are.
So you're telling me that the Eagles traded up to 9 to get Jalen, but there wasn't an offer on
one pick.
There wasn't an offer on the table for them to move up to get him with the Falcons.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they did, it wasn't enough. I still think the Falcons may trade up into the first at the end of this, like near the end of the first.
To get what?
An offensive guard. Osiris Torrance or Brian Branch, the safety. I could see both of those. I don't get me wrong. I think there's still talent.
No. They're going to get JSN for sure because we only know how to draft offensive players.
In the first round, that's all we know how to do.
Maybe we should invest in some defense.
Well, we invested here. Here's something else too that we talked about in the pod, but I don't know if we talked about enough. Like last year, we drafted with our picks 2 through 2nd round through 4th round. We picked nothing but defensive picks with 2 edge guys and a linebacker. Who, I mean, we should be better this year with development with Ryan Nielsen. Listen, I'm trying to spin it, man. You gotta think about the. It's not just every year is not a vacuum. You got to think about what you drafted last year and how you plan the team forward. And if you believe in those guys and you think they're going to take the next step, then like what happens though? If halfway through the year, would you say you're wrong though? If Arnold
No.
KB was like had 6 sacks and was going like you think he might hit double
I'll
digits?
say I'm wrong if Bijan leads us to an NFC Championship game.
Okay, that's fair.
Then I'll say I'm wrong.
Carter reunites with Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis. You know the Eagles asked those guys about him. That's very true, Sam. Really good point. Like you did.
Spot on, Sammy.
And he's gonna be great with with Jordan Davis right there too. That's awesome, honestly. And I think the Eagles are gonna reap benefits for that. Me neither. That makes a lot of sense. You say NFC Championship with a win it or just get to it?
Just get to it. So you win. Actually, you know what? I'll lessen the stakes. If we win a playoff game
this year,
yes. If we win a playoff,
I mean I think one of the reasons you go Bijan is because you believe it makes you a better team this year. Instantly, a better team this year. Like that would be the why you'd go him.
The reason I say like win a playoff game instead of just winning the division is because the division to me is winnable as is without any draft picks at this point.
Yeah.
So it's about like making the jump and actually being a competitive playoff team, which I don't know that we are.
Right.
But
Clem Jones. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, a lot of it is riding on Ritter now. It is good to get him another weapon.
Well, I think taking Bijan helps lessen that load. Like that's part of why you take him because now you have 2 running backs. Oh, and here's the other thing too. I mean, you saw a lot last year. Depth matters in this league. I'm not saying like that's why you take Bijan 8, but it does matter. Carter said he's the best player in the draft. This man ain't been humbled. Did he say that after he got picked?
Damn, I like it.
Bijan going to be RB1 and
I done told you we got Scotty Miller. We're good there.
How high do you take Bijan in a fantasy draft?
Dynasty
First
or just
round?
Fantasy? I bet. Wait,
I'm not dynasty. I'm talking about an actual fantasy.
Oh no,
I think he still goes first round.
Yes, I mean you see that with every first drafted
Rookie
running back. Really,
yeah.
I mean, who's the Steelers running back? I forget his name. He went.
Oh yeah, even him
early
first, and he's not even good.
He's not good anymore. But yeah, every running back that's drafted in the first round essentially is drafted in the top 10.
Yeah, you're
of
right.
your fantasy draft.
He should
just for upside.
Easily.
But if he can catch the ball that well, then like any type of half PPR or full PPR, he's going to be worth his weight.
He's going to get a lot of points.
Yeah. So
Darnell Wright, the Bears go get the tackle. Darnell Wright.
Okay.
Wow. So Peter Skronsky dropped.
Yeah.
Well, it's because here's what I'm telling you. People don't want to go guard that high. Like they're not going to a player who they're going to plug in as a guard is not going to go top 10 unless he's the next best thing as a guard. And we don't know if he is that or not. I was
really
a little lower
familiar
on
with
Skronsky, though. Darnell Wright?
Yeah.
Darnell Wright gave Will Anderson the business in the Alabama-Tennessee game. One of the reasons why Tennessee beat them. He smashed him the whole time. I think he's really good.
Smushed him real good. I'll put my glasses back on because I think it helps.
I think UGA kind of demolished him, though. They're showing a highlight right now in the UGA game, but I think we still beat them. Hawks are down 4. 20 seconds left in the half. Let's see if Trey can hit a basket right here. Kickback 3 to John Collins for 3.
Okay, wow. That was very high pitched.
Sorry.
What wait, so we got the Titans now, right?
Yes. This is probably where you're gonna see
Levis goes?
Levis go. Yeah, I mean it would make sense. Especially nice. Hawks go down only 1 at halftime. That's huge.
Hey,
that's actually huge.
They're in it. They're in it.
Wright was your boy. That's who you wanted. Yeah, I think you wanted Paris Johnson too, right? At one point. I'm telling you, what's been calling to the Jets this whole time has been Broderick Jones. I told you that's who you're going to take. Broderick Jones going to the Jets. You heard it here first.
You guys have heard us talk and give our take on the Falcons. If anybody wants to pop into our Discord here and give their take, we could have our first caller.
Any long time,
first time, short time. When did Malik Willis go? Was he a first-round pick last year?
No.
Third?
He went third, I think. Same as Bezin Ritter.
They like basically snuffed him out already.
You're a big Don Jones guy. Yeah, but wouldn't you be able to get him later? I don't even know if y'all have your second round pick anymore, though. Oh, you do. You still have 43. Second or third, I think. You'd rather trade down. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, this next pick is going to be Will Levis. Got to be.
I got mad. Now I'm tired.
Don't be mad.
I mean, and I'm not even saying that like I think he's gonna have a good year. I think he's gonna put up good numbers, but it just comes down to like I think that we would have been able to achieve 80% of that with who we had on staff.
I think it's like what I was trying to talk about on the pod, where it's if you're hoping this is your last time picking the top 10, you're going to go for the player you think gives you the best chance to win for the next 5 years. You know what I mean? Like that's just
but then you start running into
superstar
with running backs. You start running into the issue at the end of their first contract.
Let them go.
You let them walk after 4 years, or like they may not play
5
the
years.
fifth year.
What if you do 5 years? What if you do 5 years and you win? Like you're really successful the whole time, and like maybe not a Super Bowl, but maybe you do win a Super Bowl, but maybe you don't. Maybe you only make the playoffs every year, and you still are really good the whole time. Like it depends. I mean, it depends how they're using Bijan. If they're going 2 running backs, Algier and Bijan, because they think they can keep them both healthy and
we running wing T.
You're gonna see a lot of 2 running back sets. I believe that.
It's about time they get the North Hall offense down there in Atlanta.
Let him go. I mean, I agree with that. You don't go out to re-sign him, but hell, you are so much better with him. Yeah, I think our offense is.
I will argue that no matter how he does, like if he plays well and then we're at the tail end of his contract, I will say like let him walk, because I think that's where you saw the mistake with Zeke, and that's where you saw the big payout for Todd Gurley too. No offense to Gurley, love him. He's a hell of a player, especially at UGA too. But that's the Rams found themselves in a bad position because of how much money.
But they let him walk though. I thought
they gave him a contract first. They gave him a contract, then he like fell off the cliff because of his knee.
Yeah, but his knee, yeah. Beast mode and a good defense took young Russell to back-to-back Super Bowls. You're right, and they should have won both. Something else too about Beast mode is he was actually a first-round pick, but it was his second team he was on. Like Beast mode is one of those few running backs who are good on his second team. He was drafted by the Steelers?
Bills?
Yeah, that's right, Bills, yeah.
So do we think that the Falcons have a good defense now? Because I mean, we already had a good run game. We know
I do
that.
think we have a good defense.
What do we do with CP now?
I think we keep him. I mean, he's fine. You guys,
depth.
Clem Jones thinks we do have a good defense. Yeah, I think so too. I think the signings we did. You got to think. You have Jesse Bates now, Onyemata. You have Calais Campbell, Caden Ellis. Like you signed a lot of good veteran depth. Who adding Akuda and Dupree was awesome. Yeah, those are value. You got Dupree on a nice deal. You got Akuda for a 5th round pick.
I won't disagree with that, but it is all these players in their first year with the team.
Remember, this is 1 round too. This is just 1 round.
Are we keeping a similar defensive system to what we had?
It's a multiple, so you're gonna switch.
So teach everybody everything.
And a 4 front.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Good idea. Yeah. Everybody coming in brand new, and we're just gonna teach everybody everything. Yep.
Well, that's why they picked a lot of veteran players to come in. You pick players who've done it throughout their whole career. Like Calais Campbell's played edge, he's played internal, he's played every single line on the defensive line. Caden Ellis has played both inside linebacker and outside linebacker, who we brought in. Jesse Bates is going to be. I mean, Jesse Bates is the best.
That seemed like
the best free agent.
Yep.
Falcons are scary. As a Jets fan, he thinks the Falcons are scary.
You gotta stop gassing Blake up. He's gonna start.
Are you just saying this?
He's gonna like start filling up with helium and rise up to the ceiling.
Are you just saying this to get me feeling all squirrely? Because it's working.
Well, let the record show that Clem Jones is a Jets fan. So I want to know how Clem is feeling about the Jets after the A-Rod trade.
I think he's feeling.
Are they also scary?
I mean, you are Super Bowl or bust though this year, right? Like, is that how that works? I guess not. I mean,
I didn't really understand the contract. Basically, is he going to play 1 to 2 more years or something like that?
Well, he says he's going to play more than one. I'm a Jets fan first and Falcons fan second. Big years for both.
You heard it here first. Jets versus Falcons in the Super Bowl, baby.
They could both be good dark horses. You're trying to get some. Peter Skoronski goes to the Titans at 11. They need a guard.
How far is Will Levis going to fall?
He's falling, Duro.
Interesting. Because everybody thought that would be CJ Stroud.
He could go Washington if they don't believe in Sam Howell. They could go Green Bay if they don't believe in Bryce Love. They could go.
Oh, I bet Pats. I could see the Pats taking him at 14.
Contract hasn't been renegotiated yet. The contract hasn't. Current contract was signed with the Packers. Yeah, I think they backloaded right now. It's like 104 million owed next year. Man, it's 9:34.
Yeah, it's getting late. Let's make it to the Jets pick.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll go to the Jets.
Halfway through the first round. Pretty good.
I want to say this, though, to all Falcons fans who are disappointed in this pick. Draft's not over yet. It's the first pick, and I know it's the one where you're like, well, that's the biggest upside. And I think maybe that's the logic here was we went the biggest upside player, and they're going to hit these other positions of need still. The guard position, which I've been preaching, we can get a guard in the second, third round that can start for us. And they're also going to hit probably edge depth and cornerback depth. They're good players throughout those rounds. So I'm not worried about the draft yet. There's a lot of good players that I think we can go after and still have a complete draft.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the pick. Like, I'm not worried about Bijan. Like, he's gonna put up numbers. There's no doubt about that in my mind. It's just like what you lost out on instead. Like, if Jalen Carter, if he hits at where he was drafted, then he's gonna be good for 10
forever.
years.
For your whole time.
It has twice the longevity at other positions. So that's something that like you have to account for as well.
But it's also something too that is easier to maybe get sometimes. Like Grady Jarrett was a 5th round pick that we got, and he's considered top 10 defensive tackle in the league. Like, you can sometimes get those dimes in the roughs, and who knows what we find later. I will say something else about Bijan over those guys is Bijan's going to put butts in the seats. Like, he's going to get people to buy tickets, and that's something that the Falcons have struggled with the last couple of years is getting fan interest.
Argue that. Yeah, I mean,
so,
I
like a Bijan Robinson jersey would be cool. Like, it sounds cool.
Okay, so let's say, assuming we don't trade up back into the first round, which could happen, I suppose.
Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah.
Where our next picks fall, and like where do we go?
So our next pick would be 44. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th pick in round 2, right behind the Jets.
And we have 2 in the 3rd round, right?
Correct. So I think that pick is one we're going to go. No, in the 4th round we have 2. No, 4th round we have 2.
That's right.
Yeah. I think in the 2nd round is a place you're going to either see us go a secondary like Cam Smith, Tyreek Stevenson, Jahmyr Gibbs running back goes to the Lions. That's why we went Bijan. Steve Avila, someone else I think the Falcons might go. He's a guard. Dude, that is why we went Bijan where we did. That has to be why, right?
That feels like a reach, right?
Well, Jahmyr Gibbs, some people were saying is 1 point, like if Bijan's 1A, he's 1B. Like, they've been trying to compare him to that. I don't think they're on the same level, but he's a good player.
I mean, I guess the Lions trying to fill their needs.
Clem Jones is live. They still have Swift though, don't they? What are they doing with Swift now?
Dude, they let Jamal Williams go though, right?
The Saints. Yeah, he's with the Saints now. OMG, talk about not worrying about value. Yeah,
that's
so. Here's the thing now. Does Bijan pick look better now that Jahmyr Gibbs goes at 12?
In my eyes, no. But I mean, Clem is right that they're going to be running 2 RB. Oh, that's not what he was saying. But yeah, I mean, the Lions will be running 2 RBs. Swift has had health issues.
Clem thinks it does look better now.
Really?
I think it does in the sense of like if you thought you could trade back and still get him, you couldn't because the Lions would have taken him.
Where did they just take him? 12?
12.
I mean,
here's the thing. Tennessee, they weren't going to take a quarterback, so they didn't need to trade up. Like, I don't know if we had a trade partner, like a legitimate trade partner.
It would have been, if there was a trade partner, it would have been the Eagles.
Yeah. I'll say this too. We have David Onyemata. Something else we don't talk about a lot is like our current roster. When you have Onyemata, you have Grady Jarrett locked up, and you have Timmy Horn, he was one of our 5th round picks out of Texas, that plays defensive tackle for us. He's a good player. And I think he's going to learn a lot under these guys. Robinson and Gibbs are quite far apart. No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Like, I think you see why we went where we went. Like if they wanted to go Bijan and they thought, oh, we trade back to get him, maybe the Lions didn't jump you though. Like I mean, that's the thought, and maybe they tried. Like,
yeah, that's true. Hard to say.
It is hard to say.
I think we were talking about so if we don't trade up, we'll be at pick 44.
So Steve Avila.
We added
Cam
to the offense
Smith.
already.
So Steve Avila's a guard. Cam Smith a cornerback. I really like Jack Campbell, linebacker, Iowa. Bryce Breesty, the internal defensive lineman. I think Bryce Brees might be one of the steals of the draft that falls in the second round. Nathan Dale, if you're trying to just kill wide receiver, offensive heavy. I don't think we do that, though. I don't think we go running back into a wide receiver.
I think it might go a wide receiver in the third round, maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. Cody Mauch. Cody Mauch is a guy I mocked to several times. He's the redheaded tackle out of North Dakota State who would play guard. I think he'd be awesome.
The toothless wonder.
Line. Yes, yes. Tuli Tuipulotu. He's a edge out of USC. I know if he came here, it would be hard, but that's someone else I could see. He's got a lot of talent. Darnell Washington, maybe he falls.
That would be tempting.
If you're going like offensive, you might go Jalen Hyatt there. Keon White, I forgot about him. Keon White could be a guy, dude. He's a big physical edge that if he's there at 2, like I'm not as mad. Like that's why I keep trying to tell people you can't Marvin Mims opposite of Drake London. That'd be cool. You can get Marvin Mims a little later for sure.
So I've been preaching. We need some speed. We need down the field speed, or we're gonna be because I mean that's not really Drake's role, right? He's a physical big receiver.
No, right.
Get the ball in his vicinity, he's going to pull it down. Mac Hollins does have a little bit more stretch to the field, but I don't know that he's really.
Kyle Pitts runs a 4.4.
Yeah,
which I know is different. He's a big guy.
It's hard because we missed him downfield so much last season when he was open, so it's hard to remember that fondly.
Dude, Marcus Mariota, man, God, he's so bad.
Yeah, thank fuck that we don't have him anymore.
But here's what I'll say: Keon White is one of those guys who, if we got in round 2, like.
Yeah,
I just think there's a lot of picks we have in round 2 that can make people less mad about the Bijan pick.
That would make sense. Like if they go Keon 2 and then maybe wide receiver,
guard,
tight end,
3 or wide receiver. Yeah, exactly. Because Marvin Mims, you could probably get in the 3rd.
Yeah,
for sure.
Packers pick is
Packers
in.
Pick is in. Yeah.
Clem's guessing JSN or Broderick Jones.
I kind of like the JSN pick.
Dude, that would be fucking hilarious.
As soon as he leaves.
As soon as A-Rod leaves, they use a pick.
I mean, they kind of need to get a first round quarterback.
They refused to get him a first round wide receiver for years. Ridiculous. That would be so funny, though. I'd love to see that. This is right about where they projected Njigba to go. That would track. So then we'd be looking at the Pats with an opportunity to get Will Levis. But also you have to, from the Pats' perspective, they got to be like, well, who else needs a quarterback really? Maybe the Commanders.
Commanders quarterback? Yeah, Sam Howell. I mean, I think the Pats, the Commanders, if they don't, dude, Seattle actually at 20 could get Will Levis and let him sit behind Geno for a year or go get Hendon Hooker. Makes more sense for them, I think, with Pete Carroll's.
That would make them look really smart.
And the Vikings at 23 could also get one of those too. Dude, I mean, they got who they wanted. They went and got Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, no, but like people thinking that they might take Levis with that pick, if they get to 20 and are able to pick up Levis at that point, that would be insane.
I'll say this about Jalen Carter and the whole him not going to. I think he went to a place where he won't start right away with the Eagles, which is kind of crazy for Jalen Carter, who is projected to be. I don't know if he starts there.
I don't really know what their defensive lineup is.
All right, here's the pick. This has been fun. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, it's good practice at the very least.
Lucas Van Ness. Reach.
Oh, man. That has Green Bay written all over it.
I feel like that's a reach. Maybe I'm wrong, but He reminds me a lot of Vic Beasley, who the Falcons drafted, who was that 1-year wonder who got 10 sacks in 1 year or 16 sacks 1 year. But
that dude has fucking cheesehead written all over
he
him.
didn't start the whole time he was in Iowa either.
What?
He was not a starter for them. He came in
What?
for obvious quarterback rushing. Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. Clem Jones. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
Yikes.
Aaron Rodgers is probably smiling, man. Y'all take our pick and
Man.
reach OMG. Yeah, they did. They reached big time. They could have stayed at 15. Why? Why not go Jackson Smith? I don't get it. Why not go Nolan Smith? Why not go Christian Gonzalez there? Like, at least go higher value.
Yeah, A-Rod is laughing his ass off right now.
He's happy.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, thank God I'm God. Dude, Cansey out of Pittsburgh, the internal defensive lineman would have been a better pick. Like, that's bad.
Frank says JSN to the Jets. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God, that'd be a win-all move. You're going to tackle. If he's at 15, we take him. Y'all are going to tackle.
No way. That'd be hilarious.
Honestly, the Patriots need a wide receiver. They haven't had a good wide receiver in years.
The Jets are getting Randall Cobb along with A-Rod, right? So they should be set at wide receiver.
Cansey is so good. He is super good. Hey, Clem, when the Jets cut Corey Davis, the Falcons are going to scoop him up, if that's okay with you.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
Right? Corey Davis would be good in the Falcons uniform.
Who's that? Who's the slot receiver for the Jets that was bitching all year?
Moore?
Oh, yeah. He's still on the roster? Did they let him go? Are they traded him? Or
I think he got traded.
did he get traded? I can't remember. Clem knows. Clem's going to be our research guy.
Yeah, Browns. He's a Browns wide receiver now.
Oh, geez. That's why it's hard to complain when you're on a team like in a decent city.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you complain, it's like, all right, fuck you. We're going to send you
We'll
over
send
to
you
Cleveland.
Yeah.
You
Fine
can-
by me, he's solid. Who are you talking about, Clem?
Oh, Corey
I mean,
Davis.
Dude, everyone's making fun of the Packers right now.
Rightfully so. Dude, they're going to be shit in the NFC North for the next 10 years. Unless
Dude, why make that pick swap if you're not going to pick a player that is going to get picked soon? Because Patriots don't need a defensive lineman. Jets don't need a defensive lineman. Maybe Washington needs one if they with the whole Chase Young thing. But you could have waited a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not known for being good drafters. So, I mean, it's just proving Aaron Rodgers right, in my opinion. It's proving that they can't figure out, that you need to draft, elite offensive talent.
Yeah, they have no idea. Christian Watson's a good player. I will say that.
Ooh, hell of a point there, Clem. He says Nolan Smith is still there, and you take Van Ness.
Yeah, no, exactly. I
that's
think there's very similar players, and I think Nolan Smith's just better.
Yes.
He's playing in a better conference. He's a leader. He's like, yeah,
you have to.
Green Bay.
He's a starter.
Green Bay loves picking. You know what I'm gonna say. Green Bay, Clay Matthews, they have a type that they go for. Green Bay does.
You're talking about white fellas.
Yeah, they love it.
They need Van Ness to grow his hair out, and then boom.
No, he'll fit in perfectly.
He becomes AJ Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean that's kind of how I feel. Because Nolan Smith, you're right. Like, by all regards, if you're a Packers fan, are you excited that you got Van Ness over Nolan Smith?
I think Packers fans are probably more upset about their pick than I am about Bijan. I do agree. I said Packers fans are more upset right now about that pick than I am about Bijan.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
And they should
think
be.
It's a much worse pick.
It's a dumb pick.
That's a bad pick. It's a really bad pick. Do you think Lions fans are a little confused?
What have they done so far? Remind me.
Because they took Jahmyr Gibbs with their first pick of the They traded back, and then they got Gibbs at 12. Like, I feel like they could have got Gibbs at 18. Right?
Yeah, they probably could have gotten him at 18.
That has to be the worst pick of the draft so
Most people
far.
projected him to go in the second round.
I don't know. Anthony Richardson at 4 is crazy. If Levis doesn't get picked here, I think we trade back. You think the Jets trade back?
Who do you think trades up to get Levis?
Wait, the Steelers traded up? Wait, did the Steelers trade for the Patriots pick?
Yeah, they did.
They traded ahead of the Jets.
Okay.
Broderick Jones. Yeah, they did. Good call, Clem. That's why you said Steelers are taking it. Okay. Good call.
Get him on the pod.
I missed that. I didn't even see him say that. Wow, so they traded in front of y'all to get Broderick. I thought Broderick was going to y'all for sure. Called it. You did call it. No, great call.
All right, Franco, you're up next. Tell us who you want. Who's on the board? Uh-oh, JSN. He's serious about it. Fuck it, go for it.
You want JSN time?
Yeah.
Dude, go all out. Why not? I mean, I think you... Is there still tackle? I agree with you. You take JSN or you trade back. Shout out to Mike Myers watching the stream. Oh, shout out to Mike Myers watching the stream.
What's up, Mike?
Myers.
My father-in-law.
Nice.
Supporting
What's up,
the
Mike?
stream. Now I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be. We're doing great, dude.
We're like
all right, so the Jets are on
this.
the clock. The Jets are probably going to go... Dude, trading back actually seems like the right thing to do, or you're going to go Anton Harrison right here. Do you like Anton? Or JSN? I mean, JSN does make sense too.
Tell me about Anton.
Anton, he's a tackle out of Oklahoma. He's probably considered him or the person that Clem Jones wants is Dolan Jones from Ohio State. He was the other tackle opposite of Paris Campbell, which is like they could trade back and get him though.
Yeah.
So Lions trade up for Levis. Wait, what? Did the Lions trade up? How are you ahead of us? Are you on Twitter?
Oh, you son of a bitch. Is he looking ahead now? No looking ahead. As I go to Twitter.
Yeah, now I'm going to look on Twitter. Are you cheating?
We're at the tail end anyways. Oh, speculation, he says.
Speculation. Okay. I want Jones over Harrison. Well, you think the Lions straight up? I mean, Lions have pick 18, don't they? I think they could get Levis there.
Feels like they would be.
I don't think you... I just don't see Washington after taking... Wait, they took Sam Howell what round last year? Second?
I don't even know who that is. Is he good?
And Joey D, we trust. I don't know if Sam Howell's any good, to be honest.
I feel like I didn't watch enough NFL last year.
Sam Howell went... No, he went in the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Commanders at 16. I mean, you might be right there. Commanders might take a quarterback, especially Will Levis falling that far. I just feel like
it's good
Hendon
value.
Hooker going to Seattle makes too much sense to me.
It's not necessarily a franchise you want to fall to, though. You don't want to be in Washington for the most part.
Well, new owner now.
So you think it's going to get better?
I think so. I mean,
spend some money.
Can't get worse.
Yeah. I really wish they had stuck with Washington football team instead of changing to the Commanders.
Yeah, Washington football team was a much better name.
Unironically, because at first it was a joke, but then it actually I actually liked it.
I liked it too, yeah.
Grew some legs.
Not a big Commander fan. Always be a Washington football team fan. You want to hear some fancy baseball trades I made today?
Wheeling and dealing. Give it to me.
All right, so I made 2 deals today. Let me let it load. Come on. So it's what's it called? Categories League. And so my 2 trades I made today were, first, I traded Jacob deGrom and AJ Puck. So AJ Puck's the closer for the Miami Marlins, and deGrom for Kevin Gausman, Chris Bryant, and Reed Detmers. So I got Kevin Gausman, starting pitcher, Reed Detmer, starting pitcher, and then Chris Bryant. So I'm going for high strikeouts. K9.
Yeah.
And then Frank Hop in Discord. Clem.
Awesome. He might be with the baby.
He said he's ready. Hop on in the
Uh-oh.
Discord.
Come on in, Frank. The water's fine. Get that live reaction. See. Okay, how about the Jets take Will Levis here to sit behind Aaron Rodgers and learn from him?
Oh my God. That old Doug Dimmadome?
Y'all hear me?
Yes. we
Hey,
can
our
hear
first
you.
caller.
Long time listener, first time caller. What's up, man?
JSN all day.
JSN all day. I mean, I'll say that's someone who Hayden wanted, or I mean, he would have been okay with the Falcons taking. He's a talent.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
Love
like
the
do you think it helps Garrett Wilson if you reunite them?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, he's a primary slot receiver. You put him in the slot with Alan Lazard out wide and get Wilson.
I mean, that
That's a
sounds
solid
terrifying,
receiving
actually.
core.
That does sound really
I forgot
good.
about
But-
Lazard.
But do you think you're okay at tackle, though?
Oh, for sure. I mean, so our offensive line wasn't bad last year. We were hurt.
Okay.
That's a key distinction. If McKee Becton can play all year, which is asking a lot, but we have Dwayne Brown, we have Max Mitchell. I don't think our offensive line is as big of a need as people think it is.
Okay. I mean, I think the same for the Falcons. Right. We have a left guard problem, which I think we can sure up in the second, third round. Or I even think we can sign a veteran closer to camp, too, that could sure that spot up
Oh, yeah.
for cheaper.
I wouldn't hate if the Jets traded for Jonah Williams at some point during the draft, and we put him at left tackle and McKee Becton at right tackle.
What?
And then we have
Who's John Williams play for?
the Bengals. Because, they signed Orlando Brown
Oh, that's right. And another
to
guy
play left
to
tackle.
play left tackle.
Huh.
And they also have Leo Collins at right tackle, so he's kind of in no man's land right now.
That is weird. Yeah, he is the odd man out.
Interesting.
Oh, they're showing Nolan Smith right here, though, so I don't
Uh-oh.
hate that, but I feel like with A-Rod, you got to go offense here.
I think so
I mean,
too. So I'm with you. If you're trying to win now, and if Aaron Rodgers, you got 1-2 years, you probably should go offense.
I agree. I mean, you've got Garrett Wilson, who's amazing. If you add another receiver, I love McCole Hardman, but he's just.
Do you think Jackson Smith could?
Okay. They're excited right there in the Jets war room right now. They got a player they didn't think that was going to be there, so I think it's Jared.
JSN.
Yeah,
I mean, I could
it's a
see
little
it,
bit-
dude.
It's a little late for him.
Him dropping to. I mean,
I
What
did
you say?
not think he'd be here at 15.
yeah, I thought he might go. Honestly, I don't know where I thought he'd go. There's a lot of teams I thought might pick him before, though. Especially the Patriots. Patriots are so weird.
I thought the Titans would take him.
Jeez.
Wait,
I
you know what's
think-
funnier? Watching Green Bay pick Lucas Van Ness if they take JSN right here at 15 because
Oh
Yes,
my
yeah.
God.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be like, this is why I did it. Like, this is why I made the move.
I
This
actually
is-
heard rumors the Jets were wanting JSN so bad they might trade up to 12 with the Texans to get him above the Packers, just to spite the Packers.
And then they didn't have to. Maybe they're
Oh
good
my
intel.
God.
Our picks
Let's see
in. We're
what
about to
we
find
got here.
out. Bum, ba-dum, bum,
My preference would have still been to trade back, but if this is JSN here, we can still potentially get DeJuan Jones in the second.
You could. You're right. You could potentially get him. And that's how I felt with 8 with Bijan. Like, my preference was to take Jalen or trade back, but we got Bijan, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. And there may have not been any partners to trade up for Bijan for that point. In the
I
race,
don't,
you know?
especially seeing how the draft played out afterwards. I
Yeah.
don't think there were.
With Levis
And-
still on
I
the
agree.
table too, yeah, I kind of thought there would be more urgency for that last quarterback, but apparently not.
Also, the Jets didn't trade this pick. I don't think Levis is as well regarded as we think he is.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Absolutely.
big on him. I don't know. I think
I
he's a
agree.
good release.
I think he's gonna be like your Josh Allen didn't fall as far as you think he would, but I think he's kind of like the Josh Allen where he's undervalued more, and whereas like a Richardson is like a Josh Rosen. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Like-
oh, this guy's the truth.
In a parallel universe, there's a world where Levis went instead of Richardson to the Colts. I'm still
Yes.
convinced
I
of that.
was,
No, for
It just
sure.
depends on
If
like
Matt Ryan was
who
still
gets the
there-
most hype that year, you know?
All right, here we go. No, we haven't heard the noise yet. Never mind.
I might be a bit behind you guys.
Oh, you may
It hasn't
hear the
beeped
pick.
yet. It hasn't beeped yet.
It just popped up. The pick is in. They're showing the stage now.
Uh-oh. Here it
You might
comes.
be ahead of us, actually.
The stage all in
Alright.
green.
You have to break it to us.
Where's Fireman Ed?
I'm feeling nervous for Frank right
I am
Yeah,
too.
me
I mean, it's
too.
a big deal.
here.
Are you even mad if they go defense?
No, because Kalijah Cansey would be amazing against next to Quinn Williams. Also, this kid making the pick, this is awesome right here.
Who's the kid?
It's a Make-A-Wish. Oh, Avery, you okay?
Oh.
We're good.
Kids are nervous for the draft too. Kid's hype. He looks
He's
dapper
a
as hell.
diehard
though.
Jets fan right here.
Yeah, look at him.
Look
It's
at
like
that tie. and that
Is there any way they can
black
mess this pick up?
My guy Stickles
Oh, yeah,
looks like
for
a damn
sure.
leprechaun up there in the green.
They did good last year. I believe in the Jets. They did so good last year.
In Joe Douglas, we trust.
I'm nervous for you.
I think it's JSN.
They don't look as happy as I think they should be.
He looks pretty happy. He likes the pick.
I won't say it. What?
No.
Uh-oh.
What?
Did he say it yet?
Will McDonald the fourth. That's a reach,
tight end?
right? No, he's an edge out of Iowa State. I've never seen him go that high in any mock.
Oh, I do kind of hate that, but I thought you were saying Will Levis, and at first I was gonna be very.
Oh my
No,
god, that'd be
no,
hilarious.
Will McDonald the fourth. That seems high for him, right? Maybe. I mean, obviously, we don't know, but
Feels like a bit of a fall for Nolan, to be honest, after like the combine he had.
it is a
I
fall.
don't think he's not playing edge for us.
What do you think he's playing?
He's going to play straight up linebacker. He's going to be
What?
next to he's not even going to start for us.
Wait, you think this guy's gonna play outside linebacker for y'all?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is this pick?
Interesting.
That's weird to me only because I feel like Nolan Smith and Miles Murphy are better choices there.
I agree. If we were going to go edge, I'd rather go Nolan Smith.
Yeah, maybe you're right, and he'll be mostly at outside linebacker.
I mean, we have a need at linebacker, but we just re-signed Quincy Williams, he's more of a two-down thumper.
Should Jets fans or Falcons fans be more disappointed?
I'll be Jets fans. I mean, Bijan is amazing.
Yeah, at least Bijan's exciting and an offensive player.
More exciting than that. Yeah, like
and Joey D, we trust. I fully expected them to go offense there to complement. So I do think we need another receiver.
Y'all have more picks though, for sure. Same as Falcons.
We still have a second rounder. But
there's a lot of second round and third round wide receivers that are kind of like right there in the same tier. So maybe we'll see more of them go tomorrow. It does feel like wide receivers are getting punted this year a little bit, like less priority.
It makes sense.
There's maybe not as much talent as the past few years, but like JSN is very good. We saw that.
Oh yeah.
Like throughout the last couple of years.
What did the Pats get JSN at 17? Now
everybody's waiting for Marvin Harrison Jr. next year.
True.
JSN, I feel he's the only first round talent I felt like there was in this draft.
I like Jordan Addison a lot, I'll be honest. Like Jordan Addison's I don't know. He just reminds me of like Calvin Ridley.
I'd be cool with other wide receivers falling. Get like a late Jalen Hyatt.
I've been on board with Quentin Jefferson as of late.
Really?
But that was only in the realm in which I thought JSN was already gone.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because I really my goal, I wanted to go offense, whether it be tackle, offensive line, or receiver, or tight end to help improve the offense with Aaron Rodgers.
I really think y'all are going to go Broderick Jones there until the Steelers passed y'all.
Oh yeah, when they traded up, I knew it was Broderick Jones. He wouldn't get. I'm surprised.
It's surprising to me that the Jets didn't want to try to do something else though. Like maybe they felt like it was a reach if they went the next tackle and they couldn't find a trade partner.
Anton Harrison would have been a reach. DeJuan Jones would have been a reach. I mean, all the tackles were off the board there.
Right.
I mean, I don't.
Here's the thing, though, is
they
like
went
Cansey
best
would have
player
been
available.
nice. Nolan Smith would have been nice. They didn't even go best player available, though. I think JSN's best player available.
I fully believe on their board that Will McDonald was the best player.
Oh, is their best player available? I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they went best player available.
And that's how I feel about the Falcons, too. The Falcons picked their best player available, who they thought was their best player available.
Maybe behind Jalen. Maybe the Jets are relying on A-Rod. Like, okay, we got you enough pieces. It's up to you to elevate the rest. So
I mean,
they're also still in the market to maybe get Hopkins potentially.
Hopkins,
maybe.
But here's the thing: Isaiah Wynn is still a free agent, right?
The lineman.
That'd be a solid right tackle. I mean, then Donald Penn. Is it Donald Penn? Who was the Buffs left tackle for the last few years?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He's a free agent. I mean, there's some solid free agent tackles out there that we can still plug in and play. Not to mention Jonah Williams if we trade for him. Cansey would have been a solid choice there, but I don't know if this signals that Carl Lawson is getting cut.
It kind of does to me to find more cap space for something else.
I think you're right. Carl Lawson gets cut. We run with McDonald and Jermaine Johnson as our
That's been rumored, though, that y'all would cut Carl Lawson.
Yeah, I mean, he's got I think we saved almost $10 million against the cap if we cut him.
Yeah.
And Corey Davis.
Right, which Corey Davis is like, if the Falcons don't have success in the draft, wide receiver wise, just don't fall a certain way, like he's someone I think would be good.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if our starting receivers are Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, now and Lazard, that's a pretty solid trio.
Yes.
It is a solid trio.
Those are 2 1s. I think Lazard is a 1. He's shown enough.
And you also have Breece Hall as a running back who's super good. I like Michael Carter still. And who's your tight end?
We have Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzama. We signed them both last year. So I don't think tight end is a position to need for us.
Dude, they'll be good with Aaron Rodgers, too. Like, Conklin is a sneaky fantasy pick, honestly. Like, he was playable last year.
Exactly.
He was playable last year, but he'll be only better with Rodgers because Rodgers loves his tight ends. Loves those tight ends.
Especially the old ones, like Richard Rodgers. Way past their prime.
I mean, he was lobbying for Mercedes Lewis to join the Jets.
Hey, dude, what is with him? I guess he wants to lobby for his boys. I guess we would do the same thing. I can't say anything.
Jeez.
All right, so before we close this, I kind of want to get to the 16th picks. I think it'd be cool to stop at the halfway point. But also, I just want to know, all three of us, what is the biggest surprise pick of the draft so far?
I mean, for me, I think it's the Falcons. Like, not to be biased, but the Falcons, because I think Jalen Carter was the better talent to take there, and like as far as longevity, and like I didn't expect Bijan to go that early.
But Emmanuel Forbes just went before Christian Gonzalez.
Wow!
Wait, what?
What is going on?
They took Emmanuel Forbes. Washington did.
Yes.
I clicked off of it.
It's a pretty Commanders thing to do.
That
it's super Commanders thing to do. It's not even like, if you look at their needs, it's not even on their need chart.
Oh my gosh!
For Pro Football Focus. What I'm saying is not a need, but I'm just saying.
How far is Levis going to fall here? This is pretty wild.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks might be able to grab him,
dude.
Or the Lions.
That's going to make them look
the Lions
really good.
The Lions could get him.
Oh, it is.
I'll say this though: Goff had a good year last year.
I think Goff is serviceable. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. He's a playoff caliber quarterback, especially with A-Rod out of the division.
He went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If you put the right team around him, he'll get you there.
My surprise pick of the draft is going to be the Texans trading back up to 3 and taking Will Anderson Jr. and CJ Stroud.
That blew my mind.
That's pretty badass. Like, I actually think that's like they've got 2 long-term players there.
It is. It's badass. I agree with you, and I think Arizona did a good job with that trade, getting Paris Johnson after that at 6, and then also accumulating a first-round pick for next year too. That was smart.
They got the best tackle of the draft.
Yeah, they did.
I still think the biggest loser of the draft is the Panthers not because I don't think Bryce Young is awful or anything. I think he's good. I think he'll be fine. but
It's what they
they
gave
had
up.
to give up so much, and
Yeah.
they didn't have to. It doesn't seem like
Where are they picking? 7?
they were picking at 9. So they
Oh,
wouldn't
at
have gotten the
9.
top 3 quarterbacks, but there would have been another
They
one
got
there.
Will Levis. They could have
So,
got Levis. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Levis ends up going in the first round.
I
Is
think
this
the
Will
Lions
Levis
at
the
12.
Patriot?
Wait, oh, Patriot, you said?
Oh, Pats.
Patriot, their pick is in right now.
Okay,
All
I
right.
kind of want to see this.
This will be the
This
last
has got to
one.
be JSN. This has got to be JSN right here.
That like it would make sense for them.
It would.
They never go that route though.
That's true. They don't.
I mean, who's their number 1 wide receiver right now? Is it still
Whoa.
They went Christian Gonzalez,
Oh,
or
dude, that secondary is going to be mean though.
they have Christian Gonzalez?
Christian Gonzalez
Yeah.
and
at a value?
who's the rookie they had last year? Was it Jack Johnson or Justin
Dude,
Johnson?
you know when Bill Belichick's picking a cornerback, like it's the one he got the guy he wanted.
He did.
He traded
I mean, he
back
got
and
the
still
best
got him.
cornerback.
That's
He got the
crazy.
best
that they went
cornerback in the
Emmanuel
draft.
Forbes. I know that a lot of people had him going to Falcons at 8 for a long time.
I don't know why he's still on the board.
I don't either. I don't get
I
it.
mean, I'm not a professional, but
Well, it's because you had Jamar Gibbs, Lucas Van Ness,
yeah, but
Emmanuel
I mean,
Forbes.
2 quarterbacks went in front of him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, Devin Witherspoon ran a 4.2 though, which is like kind of why he went.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
All
That's
right, man.
incredible.
You want to
Yeah,
wrap
we'll
it up?
call it here for the
Thanks, Frank, for
everyone,
joining.
Yeah,
Our
we
first
enjoyed
caller.
having your commentary. Yeah.
Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thanks for joining the chat too. So thank everyone for watching tonight. Well, it was really fun to do these first. I guess we got to pick 18. Man, this draft, it just goes way too long. They got to find a way to do this.
We're 2 hours, 20
We're
minutes
quicker.
in here.
But let us know what you think about the Falcons pick. I for one, I'm not disappointed. I think this pick is one of those where I'm gonna give it a B right now, and it become a much higher pick depending on how the rest of the draft goes. Like if I could give it an A at the end, I could maybe give it a D at the end. It just depends on how.
We'll give it a little D at the end. But yeah, the rest of the picks will be analyzing this weekend as it happens. Check out our Twitters. They're below on the YouTubes. Check us out. Join the Discord at discord.io/Blursed. And yeah,
And you
we'll
can
be
hop on,
we'll
chat
be
with us.
breaking down all of the picks on Monday/Tuesday's episode. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Later.
Before you go, if you enjoyed our episode, please subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and share with your friends. If you'd like to see these mugs, all of our video podcasts are now available on YouTube, where you can like, comment, and subscribe. For more content, follow at Blur Sports on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. You can also follow us individually at Blursed Blake, at Blursed Hayden, and at @A_Kais. If you're interested in chatting with us directly, join our new Discord community by typing discord.io/BlursedSports into your browser. As always, a huge shout out to our music man Oh No for keeping the vibe right and laying down straight slappers every week. You can find his information in the show notes. Thanks again so much for listening, and see you next week.